didn't get work for that. Alright, can y'all hear just fine? I think the noise cap hits, but not the... Trying to get Twitch chat pulled up here. Bear with me one moment. Twitch chat. Get bumped off elsewhere. Yep. Okay, there's that, there's that. Okay. Alrighty, we are on round 2 of this. No grinding has been done whatsoever, but hey, we're all here for the ride.
Yep, and it is going to be a wild one. I told you pretty upfront that things are just gonna get crazier from here, and we're only like 3 hours in.
The hell's the cursor? Like, you're seeing this, right?
Huh?
Oh, low.
Yeah, you can still push left and right and it'll still make noise, even if it's not supposed to move that way.
Good old PlayStation games. That's what that is.
Not to mention the fact that just, hey, we made this loading screen sound like a rocket ship, because why not?
Right.
So yeah, where we left off last time, we sort of started out the game. Faye's life was pretty alright, and then it wasn't. Then he almost got shot by this admittedly pretty nice-looking redhead girl who...
Totally doesn't have problems at all.
And kind of told him off. She almost got ate by a T-Rex. Faye got in the robot to save her, and now he's going to Dazil to figure some stuff out, because it got broken punching out the robot to save the nice-looking redhead lady. Xenogears is a pretty alright game.
Xenogears is a game about robots and relationships and how much it hurts to have problems. Okay, so at this point, you pretty, if I remember correctly, you told me that this would be a good point to do some quick grinding.
Yes, because this is the first point in the game where we can fight human enemies who will drop money, case in point. Also, Shitan Uzuki is kind of one of the best characters in the game.
So I think it's... Okay, so...
Alright, and... Oh, you can't compare because Faye has a death blow on there, so...
Right.
Generally speaking, Shitan is more or less the precursor to Dunban, in that he's the mentor / older figure who has a bit of guidance to give you and has some pretty jacked up stats to show for it.
Right. Okay. Not really gonna have much in terms of death blows for a while.
Yeah, you're not.
Spending.
Yeah, your options aren't really going to expand much until you start getting up to 5 action points, and then 6 is where it really starts to pop off.
Okay. I need to remember to not the same combos over and over again.
Yeah. So you get a pretty healthy amount of experience from that.
Oh yeah, no joke. And gold game. Okay.
Yep, 300, which is a pretty nice amount.
Oh, that Discord didn't even see it at all. Bear with me a moment here. Still sending out the
Technical difficulties.
not involving the stream.
No, just life stuff.
No, involving Discords concerning servers. Okay, well, don't really see that. Turn down a module. Okay, hopefully that's less us fighting over this. We're gonna try for 4 hours today, because this does make, here in the next 30 minutes, makes the first milestone for affiliate.
Right.
So hopefully that picks off.
And
so
this is a long-term game anyway.
Yeah. So at about what point would you say is a good point to just go ahead and step into town?
About
2, 3, 4 encounters?
Something like that.
Okay.
I think at least showing off every encounter in this area and getting a healthy amount of money would be a good thing to go for. because there's a few enemies of note here.
There I go again.
Yep. I like how these guys are pretty blatantly Tusken Raiders, but also not.
Oh yeah, no, they look so like a mix of Desert Punk and Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, like this game has a lot of science fiction influences that it kind of wears on its sleeve, both Eastern and Western, and
right.
We'll get into that more later.
Which I'm sure will more than eagerly see that go down.
And Shitan learns his first death blow, Ukigumo.
Right, because that's right. He learns that afterwards.
Also, I feel like now is a good time to bring it up. Every character in this game has a different rate or speed at which they learn death blows. Faye is one of only 2 characters who learns the slowest. It's a modifier ranging from 1 to 3 that's in each character's internal code. Faye is one of only 2 characters with an internal modifier of 1 because he's the protagonist, he's the one we're going to have in our party the most.
Right.
Sort of like how in Final Fantasy VII, Cloud levels up slower and learns his limit break slower than everyone else in the party because, again, he's the mandated party leader.
Definitely was not supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's kind of there to keep you from wandering off too far from Dazil, because that's where our next plot beats are.
Right.
That's pretty much going to go away after a certain point. Because if you go in there, that's just an endlessly looping, expansive desert. Shitan Uzuki's got a prescription for fucking death.
What the fuck? Just got Tekken comboed.
Like I said, they wear a lot of fighting game influences on their sleeve here with some of these death blow animations. Into the ground.
Hello, Sophia. Oh, shit. I have the user listening up, not the chat.
There we go.
I need to get in a better habit of that.
And Shitan's already up to level 7. Oh, and Faye hit level 8, not 9. Yeah, you're noticing that Shitan also has a higher rate of getting stat ups compared to Faye.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he has very good internal modifiers for how frequently he gets growths, although I believe the trade-off is his HP growth doesn't go up as much as some other characters, so there will be a point towards like mid to late game where others will catch up to him.
Actually, speaking of, I should check if he's got more. Which stat point affects the attack points?
What do you mean by that?
Like how many attacks I could do in a single turn?
It's not a stat, it's a level cap.
Oh.
So it's when you hit a certain level capstone, your attack points will go up. I think you get 5 around level 11 to 12, and you get 6 around 22.
Okay.
So it doesn't take too long to... Yeah, here's the other enemy of note. Sand sharks.
I don't know what to think of these things.
These are actually among the harder enemies you can encounter in this area. They're surprisingly evasive, and they pack around 120 HP each, I believe.
Which he makes... I was gonna say quick work, but...
Yeah, Shitan's good, but he's still only a couple levels behind Faye.
I mean, just death.
And they turn to sand when they die.
Also, hello, Trisha.
Hey, she is. Accuracy down.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's what I meant about these guys being a bit squirrely.
I think it's less squirrely and more that they're just,
Mildly annoying?
they're debuffers.
Kind of. Also, one other thing that I forgot to mention when we go back into the menu, Shitan's got his own class of ether abilities that we might want to look over real quick.
That sounds like a very good idea. I usually do that.
So, Fays are called Chi, Shitan's are called Arcanes. Not quite sure what they were called in the Japanese version, and as you would expect from a country doctor, he starts out with a healing move.
Of course.
He does gain more in the ways of buffs later on, so definitely keep that in mind. Again, he's a very worthwhile person to have in your party, and he's going to be hitching a ride with us for a very long time.
Yeah, I was about to say, I have a feeling if he's learning skills like that, and you're kind of pressed into situations that we're seeing now. Ba, ba, ba! Air combo! See, and I kind of expect him when he hits the ground to just do, like, back attacks and shit.
That would actually be pretty great if, like, when you do a death blow, the combo just ends even if you have more AP to spend. So that would have been great if you could have, like, chained in a couple more moves with your leftover AP to get some extra hits in.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Valkyria Chronicles has that whole air juggling thing.
Yeah, and it's a similar thing going on in Indivisible.
Wait, not Valkyria Chronicles, Valkyrie Profile.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds like a different game.
Yeah, both of which I've never played, admittedly.
One moment. On.
Alright, there we go.
Had to resolve a air circulation issue.
We opened a door.
Well, the door was open, sir!
Running into a lot of sharks, not necessarily a lot of raiders like I would have liked.
No, I was expecting at least 2 or 3 more encounters like that.
Still, you're seeing that experience scaling does kind of shoot right up, because the enemies in the mountain path were only giving maybe 2 to 5 apiece. Now we're at the point encounters are giving like 90 to 120.
Yeah, bear with me over here.
Yeah, no problem.
Just, you know, there.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get 2 more human encounters before I expedite this a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I don't want to make the whole stream grinding.
Yeah, that's kind of why I recommended doing this off stream, so that way we could get a healthy amount of money here, but it's no big deal. There will be plenty of other chances.
Yeah.
This is just the earliest chance, which makes it one of the most convenient. Also, it just gives us a chance to soak in the freaking world map music and how great that is.
Yeah, no, that's...
We already had this conversation last stream, but Mitsuda's work on this game is like a whole other level from what he's done prior and after.
Ha! Ha! Hey! Ha! Sit! Sorry!
So another thing that I'm actually a little embarrassed, I didn't look up on this, but the Perfect Works, which I keep mentioning, which for those of you who don't know, is the combination lore and art book that was released for this game after the fact, sort of like the Ultimanias for the Final Fantasy series. They do actually go into a little bit of depth about some brief backstories for each of the enemies you encounter in this game, and almost all of them have at least a paragraph detailing their place in the world or their origins, and even separating various monsters into different categories regarding their biological origins, if you will. And I should definitely brush up on that at some point, because it's kind of fascinating how forward-thinking that is for nowadays, when so many RPGs have like a bestiary that gives you little bits of backstory and lore in monster descriptions.
Yeah.
Like even Final Fantasy VII Remake retroactively added that.
It's like suddenly everyone... They discovered everyone cared about lore. In a post-Dark Souls world.
Ha! Hey! Ha! Sit!
I know you only have 4 AP, but it does help just a little bit to focus more on your normal combos, because it still adds some progress towards death blows you haven't learned yet, even if you don't have the AP to do the combos for them.
Fair enough.
Plus, we haven't seen all of Shitan's combo strings.
That is very true.
Because, again, it's just a matter of how much the inputs line up with the inputs for the combo.
I don't think we've seen everybody's combo strings quite yet.
We didn't really see Ellie's either when she was with us for that brief period in Black Moon Forest, but we'll get another chance. I remember when I was a kid, this was the point where I would just keep running in circles till I was like level 12 or 13 with both characters, and then I would progress the story. I had a hell of a lot of money, but we ain't gonna do that here.
No.
Just a couple more, and then we'll head into Dazil.
Yeah. That's kind of the game plan for me, at least. I keep habitually doing that.
Yeah, because it's your big move that's basically free. I don't blame you.
Up. Good kicks.
Yeah, Faye's got that Bruce Lee bicycle kick thing going on.
Right. They both got that going on.
I guess it makes sense since they both have a sort of like Asian martial arts thing going on with them.
Was it like Isunder that Square Enix sort of did? That had Cloud on it?
No, that was Ehrgeiz. And
Ehrgeiz.
I think that was technically in collaboration with Namco, if you want to be particular.
Okay, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do that with this game. Like, have cameos from that. Well, there are cameos from this game and that.
I guess it's because it would have been in development while this game still was as well, so it just wouldn't have necessarily lined up.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Because Cloud was added in the later console release, along with, I believe also Tifa and Vincent? But only Cloud was in the initial Japan-only arcade release.
Okay, and then they added... Okay, this is just gonna be the last encounter.
Yeah.
The RNG is not being very favorable for me. Favorable. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, there's gonna be plenty of decent places to grind money later on.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Notifications?
Well, ain't that a blast from the past?
Right. I'll look into a way to turn that off by next stream.
There you go. And Faye hits level 10. Senretsu. Oh, that means he's already hit inner healing. Yep. That means level 10 is where you get AP 5.
Okay, well, that was worth it suddenly.
Yeah, and inner healing means Faye now has a healing move.
Nice. Okay, so...
May as well try it and see how much it does, because I think it would be a... I think at this point, inner healing is basically a full heal.
Have a look at the attacks.
Status, skills.
Skills, there we go. So, triangle... Interesting.
And like I said, even if you don't have the AP to learn it yet, you're already making progress towards your next death blow. You're already 72% of the way there to learning Hagan.
Just doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and give this a shot.
Yeah, let's at least see what this looks like and then go into Dazil. I think Hagan is just square X, by the way. Because, again, these are very simple inputs. They don't ask for directionals or anything.
Right. So, let's just do... Oh, he doesn't have his yet, so... He just points at him!
Yeah, the
Bang!
last one. Yeah, the last one is just a finger poke, and it's the strongest one. I dig it. Oh, you missed it.
Oh, it was 2. Okay.
Yeah, so just triangle, triangle, X.
And he doesn't have it right.
No.
Okay. Oh! Sand Shark uses Sand Attack!
It's super effective. Wait. There you go.
Yo! That is awesome!
Yeah, no, these death blows are pretty damn good.
Good lord, I can't imagine this, like, towards the end of the game, where the game is just like, you push a button, here's what you push next. Okay, you didn't push that? Alright, push this next. It just, throughout the whole combo.
Yeah, there's like, some of these later ones look like third strike combos.
Oh my god. Alright, let's
I
seek
think
the
you gotta
entrance
go
for
in the
this.
other way. For the sake of...
Ah.
Because I know you can go in that way, but it actually might not have loaded because an encounter was rendering.
Probably. Alright, so... See, now it's starting to get all the cool ones with, what's his name?
Hey?
Faye's starting to get the cool ones with... God, why am I not remembering names right now? Green shirt guy!
Shitan.
Shitan.
I know it's spelled Saitan, but that's a misromanization. It's meant to be Shitan.
See,
Yeah, and that's how you learn Hagan.
probably teach me within this next encounter.
Well, no, it doesn't go... I think it actually goes a bit slower for ones that you... for ones that are higher up, because there's more... Because some... Or at least for the ones that have more inputs to match. And also, you can't repeat the same combo twice in a row.
Right, but it's still just like...
You're getting progress of some kind.
It's funny to see him just headbutt somebody, and the delayed... Back!
Especially when that hit doesn't kill and you put another hit in. Right. So it's one of the two ends of the L, if you will, where the entrance is. Yeah, there you go. Because it shows you the name at least.
Yeah, okay. Gotta get that mid-90s RPG mentality going.
Yep. This is Dazil. Yes, that is right. The desert town of Dazil.
Oh, and it does the...
Yeah, it does.
Yes!
It does the little flyover to show you the scale of it.
I love it when games do this.
This sounds lively. And again, for the standards of the era, this is a pretty open-ended and kind of realized area. Like, if you look closely, you can actually see that the houses are actually built inside of, like, sand drifts.
Yeah, it fits the general...
aesthetic of a desert town.
And just that little tiny hint of Mos Eisley in there, you know?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Little pinky of Mos Eisley.
This is the center for all excavations in Av. People come from all over Ignis to try and find resources buried in the ruins around here. So yeah, salvage is like a major part of this world's economy.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me.
We should be able to find out what both Av and Kislev are up to here. And we also have to gather the things we need to repair Weltall. Repair Weltall.
He suddenly doesn't seem too happy about that.
We must exchange the broken parts to fix Weltall. Otherwise, it will not be able to function at all. Doc, did you intend to rhyme? Never mind. You're like 25 and you have a daughter. Of course you'd make dad jokes.
He's trying. He's trying.
There's an Ethos workshop in the southern part of this town. Let us go there, Faye. Oh, so that's probably why you couldn't enter the other way, because then the conversation would probably be different or moot or something. Let's check this place out then.
Fucking right, Kagura.
Yeah, let's fix the thing that nuked my village. Why not? Oh,
too close.
Oh, it's way too close to the mic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's not so much you blew the mic, it's you blew my ears.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a fix in place for that right now. As you can see, we can literally scream into the mic and it won't peek into the yellow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that is something I took care to learn.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Right there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, Kagura, that kind of feels like him just going, fix the Mac. genuinely feels like him going, do we have to?
Yeah, like, we had this conversation that Faye feels like a much better version of Shinji's whole get in the robot thing, where they show you why he is apprehensive first and then put it down on you hard.
Yeah.
Without that, I'm ruined.
Sir, you need to stop. This is not Dragon Quest.
Actually, I think there's a... Yeah, go ahead and talk to everyone.
Yeah, no.
Since those Gebler forces came, Ops hardly ever lost the Kislev. I wish the Ethos would give out some of those new powerful gears. The Ethos? What do gears have to do with the Ethos? Only the Ethos has the technology to maintain generator-driven gear. Okay, so we have a bit of insight on how gears work. There's like a major generator inside. The Ethos decides which gear gets which generator in which country. Also,
Kagura, I think Joe here kind of spoiled that there's only one well that actually seems to matter in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I unfortunately let him know easy that the well in Lahan is the only one that does that.
Yeah, because if he didn't, I would be mind goblining this real hard. Like, I plan to stream if and when they launch it, Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel on the Switch, if they launch the first one. But
also, we didn't do rock paper scissors guy. We just left him to die. We just that is one of the casualties of Lahan that no one is sad about. Everyone is just like, you know what? Maybe Faye did us a favor and just went on with their lives.
I'm stuck. I keep forgetting there's a jump button.
Believe me, I wish I could forget there was a jump button with some of the puzzles we have to do involving platforming.
Okay, so I'm seeing a new weapon here.
Yeah. Nuclear memories wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm seeing a new weapon here, which means we're probably going to be having somebody brand new.
Yep, it's foreshadowing. We may or may not get a new party member soon.
Yeah, but may or may not, huh?
Yeah, and also we have Rods here, despite the fact Ellie has left us, which is an interesting detail.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Also, I'm seeing something very nice that is very much not present in games of this era. Oh...
Yeah, it actually tells you if something is equipped or if it increases or decreases stats. Red numbers means it's an increase, blue numbers means it's a decrease.
I mean, okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the shopping list we got here.
Oh.
Like, this is, to me, I have not seen an RPG in this time period allow you to just, I need 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. And then press X, probably.
Yeah, like, you can just basically choose how many of a thing you want, and then you just check it all out at once. And it actually tells you your total over on the side there.
Yeah, that's... What happened? Where was this quality of life for literally every other RPG of its time? And forward. There's still RPGs that don't do this. There's Western RPGs that don't do this.
Yeah, I remember, like...
God,
I know it was some game that I had trouble navigating, comparing numbers to. I think it was The Witcher 3, because that game just throws a ton of gear at you. Like, that game is okay to me, but... God.
So am I losing? Oh, is it fencing wear or...
Yeah, fencing wear is the upgrade. Martial wear is basically the weakest armor in the game.
Oh, did I accidentally buy 2 of these things?
Yes.
Oh, God.
So, congratulations, you wasted money.
I wasted money.
You Karen'd it.
I like these 2 completely useless things, please.
Alright, so as I mentioned before,
That's fine, I'll sell with that.
Remember, it's not so much that you have distinct armor slots, it's that you have this lets you sell equipment right off a character, if you want. I never use this feature, but it is there.
Is there an inventory option, or is it just items?
Yeah, items is the stuff you have in your inventory.
Okay.
And weapons and accessories are the ones you have unequipped that are in those respective inventories.
So what about armor?
Armor
Or-
would be accessories, because remember,
right.
armor is not its own thing. It is technically counted as an accessory. Think of it sort of like Disgaea.
Oh, okay. Okay. Also, thank you so much for coming, Kagura.
Yeah, it
Right.
helps to have someone else who knows this game in chat.
Yeah. And the more interaction I get, the closer I get to that milestone.
Also, we just like having you around, man.
Yeah. Because your commentary is definitely going to make the stream last that 4 hours and not realize it.
You're basically our third man in this MST3K.
Yeah, no, if you were here in this apartment, you'd be on mic too, I'm not gonna lie.
Look, I heard giant robots in JRPG and I was in. I mean, you're leaving out the part with overt Christian references. That's the cherry on top.
Kagura, okay, so if you like, I know this is probably just being a little too vague here, but if you genuinely like JRPGs with giant robots, you need to check out Legend of Heroes. Legend of Heroes, especially the Trails series, very much gets close to Xenogears how it feels right now. Like, the moment that they release all 9 games, I'm streaming it, not just start to finish. Because they're such good games, and Falcom has made, like, they need to release them.
Alright, one more thing before we head to the Ethos. 2 things, actually, of note.
Sure.
First, we want to go to the inn, which is that bar over there, to our right.
To our right.
Yeah, right here, with the big sign in front of it.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Notice one of these gentlemen has a very unique sprite. This sure is a noisy place. Yeah, that dialogue is just gonna keep looping.
Yeah, we did it! Huh? We did it! Who done it? I didn't think it would be. Yeah, I agree with you, Faye.
Yeah. Well, in a place like this, you have to expect this kind of atmosphere.
That's it. 2 very clear thieves just sitting right here, going, "Yeah, I fucking stole that shit." Like, this is like the modern day equivalent of posting on Instagram that you shoplifted.
No, this is like... No, even worse, this is like those guys who, back a few months ago, who would post on Instagram that they would open cartons of juice and spit in it. Oh shit,
So they removed the torch thing in Terraria. I was just reading about that earlier. So Terraria, the latest update, there's now a luck system that you can get a debuff from just having the wrong torch in the wrong place.
What?
That is such a stupid update. I mean, the guy who posted it did start some drama, but I agree with them. You don't know that this is happening the whole time. It just happens. So if you're not using the biome-appropriate torch, your luck bonus goes, like, down.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, I was gonna mention those dialogue boxes. You can still advance even if you don't see the red little triangle that shows you can go forward.
Yeah.
This is a really tiny bar. This is like a public restroom they took the stalls out of and put a bar in.
Boy.
The limits of PS1
Boy, look at that
technology.
sin.
Yeah, no. Look at that guy.
Also, very tiny changes can still make or break the difference when you're trying to get a very specific drop to get the Ankh shield.
Yeah.
That's like 1 extra, potentially hour, day, week down in Crimson or Corrupted Biome for that 1 item.
Yeah, anyway. Shut up! Notice he also has a character portrait, which is
Yep.
interesting.
Please tell me this guy is flamboyant. Please tell me this guy is flamboyant. That would
Why are you all
would...
yapping when Big Joe is here trying to drink in peace?
Okay, so mentally right now, like, I'm imagining this guy sounding like this. Why are you all yapping when Big Joe is here trying to drink in peace?
Actually, what I imagine he sounds like is Elvis Presley.
Oh, shit. That's just as good.
Like, that. There is every bit of reason why I think that. Can you all shut up? Who do you think you are? I don't care if you're Big Joe or Big Schmo. You don't mess with me.
God, I can't imagine how that would have translated in the localization.
Oh yeah, you sure talk big. Can you dig for treasure as good as you can talk? What's that you say? You're so tough. Always looking for junk laying around. Why don't you do something more productive for once? If you ask me, you're a big Oh, can't say that, sir. This is a T-rated game.
Can't say that in a Christian game.
This is the most Christian game since Doom, if you haven't guessed.
Oh, shit.
That is actually a half joke. You will see how right I am later on.
Oh, no, I'm sure. One moment here. Didn't want that to come over the mic. Sorry about that.
Yeah. He's looking wild. Shut up. Just shut your trap. That's right. Run home to mama, little boys.
A drunken brawl that literally ended with a punch and two guys going, "Shit, he's huge!"
Damn you! Oh, that's a weird translation error.
Whoa!
I'm guessing that's meant to be something like, "You'll regret this" or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that is...
Maybe he was just too pissed drunk to actually put his words together, and he just ended it before he could actually put something cohesive together.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Yo, kid!" Just ran. Why, this man sure likes to make his presence felt. Understatement of the century, Mr. Uzuki.
Yeah. So bear with me one moment.
Yep, because I'm just going to put out there, this game has some of the best major NPCs of any other RPG of this era.
Oh, yeah, no, like, this is already stepping up the visual variety that even Star Ocean has.
Yeah, no kidding. You drinking too? Booze is my life companion, especially in a sucky world like this.
Look at this storied motherfucker.
Everyone's searching for dough and dynamite. How unromantic. I really hope they put Star Ocean 2 on the Switch, because they already put 1 on there, and they do kind of allude... Well, Switch and PS4.
It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah, and they even make an allusion to it in, if you get a specific ending between two characters.
Yeah.
Because it is heavily implied that, that Claude, one of the two protagonists of Star Ocean 2, is the son of Ronix and Ilya.
Yeah.
So if you get the ending where they both hook up, the achievement for it on the PS4 and Steam version is "The Adventure Continues," or something to that effect.
Well, it's one of those things that they have never released the game separately, or like with a gap in between each other without saying, "Yeah, the second one's coming." Like, something tells me if they put out the physical version of that for the Switch, it would be like the PSP copy, where it was a half of the logo.
Yeah, where they were both like two different planets, and if you slid the covers together, it formed a whole planet.
Yeah.
I think there were different colors because it's meant to be that one is Roke and the other is Expel. Oh yeah, by the way, inns are super cheap in this game.
Yeah.
Like, that's normally the case in a lot of RPGs, but they are super cheap in this one.
Cannot say that for Trials of Mana. That scaling guild cost is very much a thing.
There's a good reason why you want to go for the free ints or just say screw it and hold out for the gold mana statues.
Yeah. And the game kind of nudges you to doing that because there's so many gold mana statues.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, we have this guy sitting out here on the barrel.
Let's see how this guy's licking his wound.
I think he's actually completely different.
Oh.
But still same sprite. I think you have to jump to talk to him because he's placed above it, so his
Here, hold up, I got an idea.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Why the long face? Something bad happened? It's times like this you need a drink. Or 2. Or 3.
Something tells me this place is a little...
So, there's actually one more thing of interest we want to... Oh, hey, I haven't seen you around here before.
Did I accidentally progress?
No.
Okay.
Everyone resolves their problems in this world with booze. Yes. I mean, we're going to see plenty of that once we get into... But it's not that much different from real life.
Yeah, no.
No, this is pretty much... We're going to see a lot of that later on in a particular arc of this game. We're of army guards. Remember that. Ugh. So he's basically just bragging about the military.
Yeah, is that guy just like, I joined the force?
So there's one more thing we want to see, which is go to the west, going by the compass. We want to basically go up on that bridge and go a little over. Oh, we can just go up the dunes. I didn't think that.
Yes.
We want to go up to that wall up to the south. Just walk along here. And I think it'll eventually pop up. Okay, no, try going the other way.
Doing some...
No, you don't have to click on it. It's just a trigger as you walk by.
Doing some wall hugging, some hall hugging.
There we go. You only see this scene before you go into the ethos.
Yo!
That's amazing. They're doing digging right next to this town, too? So you actually see a bit of how excavation works. This is an Olive-run excavation site. And they even have, like, a mech walking around with a platform to help out.
Yeah, no shit. This is like, early era front mission.
The machines and gears around here are valuable resources that could turn the tide of war. They're indispensable to the war effort. So yeah, getting some insights to the war economy here.
Right?
Wow, archaeology is way cool. I wish I could dig up robots.
I mean, to be fair, aren't the Zaku in early Gundam just repurposed construction robots?
You know, I want to say yes.
Because I believe that's part of why they're just why they're basically the Goombas, for lack of a better term. Yep, mining and construction. You'd be the one to know, Kagura.
Yeah, that.
You basically have Gundam etched into your DNA at this point. All right, and
Oh yeah, the ball. Good God.
I am the Gundam Wiki. Yes, you are.
Like, was it 08th MS Team where the first episode is a dude just rocking a Zaku in a ball?
I don't remember. I know that the conclusion of
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You'd be the one to know. All right, so that's basically everything of note, unless you want to talk to NPCs for some extra fluff. Because to be fair, I've said this before. I like how nearly all the NPCs in this game aren't just giving you exposition.
Yeah,
they're actually giving you insight into their daily lives, no matter how mundane. And I love that. So we can just head in this big dome here, and you recognize this is the ethos because you have this weird version of the cross with ram horns on it.
Yeah, I was about to say, just like this very distinct object hanging out right in front of me.
Which is a very good visual tell for, hey, this is important.
Also the sign.
Yeah, workshop.
Balls are great. They're underrated, but honestly, okay, you need to watch the wording on that, man.
Maybe he just wants to be part of the, Maybe he just wants to be part of the Yasugami Sports Club. You never know.
What are you doing in our locker, fucker?
They're all about balls at the sports club there. Just ask you now to
Also,
come.
that's fucking great.
Yeah, no, they actually have, like, an actual robot they're working on, and it's an actual physical object you have to walk around. Again, this game, for what it had to work with, does a lot with its visual style and presentation. So this is the Ethos Workshop, huh, Doc? Yes, the Ethos Workshop's the only place that officially repair gears. Let's see if we can get the parts we need to fix Weltall here. As they say, time is money, so we should do whatever we can as soon as we're able to. I wonder if there's a Japanese equivalent to time is money in the language, because I know there's a character...
I do believe there is.
Because I know there's a character... I say that because I was replaying Persona 5 not too long ago, and there is a character who mentions time is money in English, and it's even written on signs in a certain dungeon.
Yeah, I want to say that there absolutely is a Japanese equivalent.
Okay.
Because like the phrase is too recurring in localization for it to just be like even modern localization, it still shows up.
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming that there absolutely is, and it's like a too...
Time is money.
Time is money, friend.
How can we help you? Sorry to bother you.
I mean, the goblins in WoW aren't exactly, you know, aren't exactly wrong.
Our gear is broken down, so I would like to buy some parts to fix it. Tough luck, huh? Can you tell me what bank of parts you're after? Yes, we are hoping to replace an X29 model injection bypass circuit. X29 model injection circuit? That's only used on the latest military models. We don't keep those kind of parts in stock here. Because Weltall was stolen from a military base, remember?
Yeah?
You can only get such special parts by placing an order at the Ethos headquarters. I'm sorry, sir, we don't have these parts in our warehouse. You're going to have to order them. You're going to have to order them from our home base.
Pretty much.
This workshop is only for the repair of civilian gears.
Now, something tells me at some point there is going to be at least 1 or 2 civilian gear that I get a hold of.
I see. Sorry to have bothered you. Sorry that we can't help you. What, are you gonna demand to see the manager?
Oh.
They're just doing their 9-to-5 job, man. Why are you bugging them? Why are you coming in here with these bad vibes? They told you can't come in here with a mask, you have to leave. Sorry, sir, essential items only right now. Giant robot parts are not essential items.
I come to the store to laugh at you!
Oh, here we go. Do you have a moment? I need to talk to you. Yes, of course, Faye. So, Faye, what did you want to talk to me about? Now, taking it on a bridge so people are less likely to hear. That's a smart move.
Actually, let me put him in a spot where everyone can hear we have this advanced military technology.
Well, you're like...
The fuck was that?
Well, to be fair, you're like 5 feet from the bar. Anyone passing by here is going to be too drunk to care.
You know, that is very fair.
I know it's still daylight out, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Here on this planet, it's always 5 o'clock.
It may as well be. Well, it's about Weltall. We can't find the parts we need, so is it alright if we just don't fix it? Do not repair it. What is the problem, Faye? Well, we've been able to come as far as the Zill on our own. So, doesn't that show that we don't need Weltall as much as we thought? Actually, I've been thinking that once things cool down, I want to go back to Lahan and help rebuild.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work like that, sir.
That's all I feel I can do now. I see. If that is what you want, Faye, then that's fine. But I think we should try and move Weltall as far from there as possible. I'm sure they'll totally welcome me back.
Yeah, no shit. That's about the same
They
sentiment.
love me here.
It's about the same sentiment I'm having right now.
Dan is just going to be over the moon to see Faye come back.
You murdered my siblings.
Sister. It was his older sister.
Yeah. Look,
That
man.
said, I don't fault you at all for immediately going for the Bobcat Goldthwait voice, considering how Dan looks. He's basically just angry as Pat as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably just drowning his sorrows by eating cake in what remains of his
shit.
closet.
I had some dropped frames. What the fuck?
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
That
whoa.
might have been when the stream went down for a moment there. It's fine. I just glanced over there and saw that it was dropped some frames.
Okay. It is only my speculation, but... You should buy Dan a bunch of Funko Pop. Dan is a Funko Pop!
See, the sad part is, if there was a Funko Pop for Dan, I would buy it. just for the insult to injury, and just put him, like, right next to something that puts out flames.
No, you know what you should do? You should put him in front of one of your computer monitors, and it's just a picture of a burning wedding dress.
That's horrible!
I suspect the incident that occurred because the Gibbler Special Forces stole a Kislev military gear. This is gonna bring up something you mentioned last stream.
Yep.
You mean Ellie's group? Exactly. When I examined the broken gear in the village, I realized that the Gibbler pilot was riding a Kislev gear. It must have been some new technology involved in it for the Kislev army to send pursuit forces after it. So it's an experimental super prototype. I suspect that the Gebler force was out to steal a new experimental gear.
Project Anubis, you say?
I am sure news of the Special Forces' failure has reached the capital. They will be investigating the Lahan area to claim whatever parts of the new gear that they can find. Hold on, Doc. Won't the Kislev army still be in Lahan, too?
Yup! I still need to get around to playing Zone of the Enders officially, though. But the what amount I have played has been like... good shit.
Yeah, there you go. And again, this is what you brought up. At least move it so that people don't start a fight near Lahan.
Oh, I kind of want to just do the first one just for, you know, lore's sake, but at the same time, I probably could just play Fist of Mars and be done with it.
Most probably. And in that case, there will be a conflict between Ov's inspection team and Kislev's pursuit troops. If they find where we have hidden Weltall, the armies will fight over who gets Weltall, and right near Lahan, too.
God, I'm so glad he just has, like, this level of common sense that's, like, completely absent in so much other media.
I just love the fact that they actually take the time to sit down and talk about this stuff, because that always helps your plot so much. Like, the Tales series skits is just having these moments where you show the characters sitting down and actually discussing what the hell is going on right now.
Yeah.
But we can't fix it in order to move it.
Also, thank you all who is currently here in chat. Maybe not talking, but viewing. Thank you, seriously.
Right, but staying here will solve nothing. Fortunately, this is the center of all excavation work in this country. There is bound to be some information on where we can find parts.
You know, there's probably some random caravan that we're about to raid.
Anyway, the fear is often worse than the danger itself. We should not let such fears hold us back. Ever the optimist, Mr. Uzuki.
I'm just waiting for,
You can jump off the bridge, by the way.
No, it just had me, like, clipped into something for some reason here.
Give it a try again.
I mean, I'm out now. I think it was just because of the dialogue, but it was treating him like, Shitan, like he was a solid object.
I guess it's because he was technically out of your party, isn't it? Yeah. So we basically have to wander around town for a bit, because there is something in particular we have to see, but it is in town.
Okay.
Try going to the other end.
No, I'm gonna do some exploring real quick.
Oh, you can even see... Oh, yeah, you can even see a cable running through from the back of the workshop along the wall here.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's like they need water for the maintenance work or something, and they're in the middle of a desert.
And then they run up to that pump right there.
Yeah, that's a very nice detail. Oh, hold up, there's something new over there. Turn the camera once. Right again.
Oh, hello.
You see that?
Good to know, sir.
There we go. This is a sand buggy.
Little blue doom buggy.
This is it, Faye. Or that is it, Faye.
Hi, why are you posting a link with a weird... a weird URL there? Hi, and no?
Oh, they're saying it's an image of this town.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it a little blind on there. So, I apologize for the apprehension there. With all due respect, I'm gonna do my best without the map.
Yeah, like
So,
I'm here as basically his guide. I'm trying not to push him to do stuff, but more nudge him. Oh, it's just like a zoom out view of the town or something? Well, we can always look at that off stream.
Yeah.
So let's just move on. Because we have our next event flag with the buggy.
Yes.
Okay, let's just move on then. I've thought of a good way to get the parts we need for Weltall. First, we gotta find out who will rent us this buggy.
I made that comment earlier, actually. That this was literally just Mos Eisley.
Yeah, there's a lot of science fiction references in here that we are going to be discussing in due time. Sand buggy? Wait, how do you not... Okay, right. I forgot. You grew up in a rural village. You probably don't know what a car is. A sand buggy is a special car made for the desert. Its tires do not sink into the sand, so it is a must for long trips into the desert. So then, Doc, what do you plan on doing with the sand buggy? Well, leave it to me. Just you wait and see. That's ambiguous. So, it's fair to assume that it belongs to the place it would be parked outside of? So just, yeah, that building over there?
Yeah.
By the way, I think one of those things wasn't even like a plant pot. It was like one of those metal canisters you see for like old school holding milk in.
Yeah.
Never saw you before. You want to rent out a sand buggy too, huh? Yes, that is right. Do you have any we can rent right now? I mean, there's one right outside. Unless that's been reserved. Of course, the keys are in the ignition. You can take it now. Wow, just like that, huh?
Right.
I'm pretty sure in a more modern game, they would probably actually ask you to pay a small fee for this just to drive it home. Like, oh yeah, it's 100 gold. Faye, I am going into the desert to search for parts for Weltall. Going to the desert? Doc, are you going to excavate some ruins or something? The Kislev armies are confronting each other in the desert at all times. Confronting each other in the desert all the time. Eh. There is talk that their forces often break into battle over the ruins. Faye, I already told you what I'm doing. Pay attention to something that isn't punching walls. If I search the battlefields for any wrecks of such army gear, that's surprisingly ballsy, isn't it? Like, he's been this mild-mannered doctor, and now he's saying, I'm just gonna scavenge the battlefields for parts.
I'm pretty sure I made the remark, and I'll make the remark again. Something tells me he's not actually a doctor.
Mr. Uzuki, can you tell me which medical school you attended again? Breaks into a cold sweat, looks side to side.
My medical license was revoked. Revoked, you say?
Or it's just like, the medical school I went to just happened to be right across from a black belt martial artist dojo. That's why I also know how to punch sand sharks into actual sand.
I'm sorry, I got my medical license from ITT Tech.
I went to doctor school.
I went to doctor school.
Besides, Weltall is a Kislev gear, so we need parts from Kislev gears. That's not untrue. We are technically in Ob territory. Kislev is further up to the north.
Yeah, no, it's weird how much he's just like really pushing him along with this.
Things have a way of working out. You do not need to worry so much. Why not go kill some time at the bar until I get back? Well, he is 18, so he's like barely legal age to drink. At least going by like Japanese standards, I believe. Hey, are you letting him go out there alone? Lots of fights break out in the desert. It's a real dangerous place. I've heard about a group of pirates riding around attacking people on a sand cruiser.
And gee, I wonder who those could be.
You really shouldn't let him go out there by himself. So, which hint are you gonna take here?
Just drop more frames there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is everything still good in stream? I'll just drop frames for whatever reason.
So yeah, so what do you think the game wants you to do, going by that dialogue?
Probably chase after him on foot.
Yep. Remember that big old desert area we saw initially?
Yup, it's time to go visit that.
Yep. Time to go through the forest maze.
Give me a second here. It's amazing. I actually may have like a quarter of the current views for this game. Alright, time to go do desert things and...
Yeah. So we're all alone once again as Faye.
Oh, right, hit the wrong button again.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay sometimes when it's still loading the world map.
No, I was just literally hitting triangle.
Oh yeah, you rested at the inn, I forgot. That's why you're all full up.
Yeah.
Good call. Because we're going to be solo for this, and there's going to be random encounters. So yeah, even though I'm here to help him out, he's still rotating saves out of habit because mind goblins.
Yeah,
so I'm going to expect that at some point by like stream 3 or 4, both of those quote-unquote memory cards are going to be full up.
I'm just going to stick it to the one memory card because the second memory card is going to be when I decide to play this on my own, like outside of the stream.
Gotcha.
It's also a pain in the ass to, on the PS Vita / PSP emulation for PS1 games for it to load from 2 memory cards at once.
Gotcha.
So it causes some extra weird fuckiness in the game.
Gotcha. So yeah, we just want to keep going all the way up. Oh.
Sand sharks? Oh, well, Tusken Raiders, my favorite.
Yeah. I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Right. Sandman?
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Right.
I forget the rest of that song, god damn it.
Wait, was that a critical?
No, he guarded, but it was still more than enough damage to take him out.
Okay.
Because yeah, evasion means that you not only have a chance to dodge attacks, but you will occasionally take half damage as if you had selected to block.
Gotcha.
Also, a minor thing that I personally love about this game is the sound effects make it so satisfying to let the experience points slowly tick down instead of just hitting X and speeding through it.
Just because that nice little...
Yeah. Especially when you beat a boss and it's like 10,000 experience and it takes like 5 full minutes to... Ooh.
Ooh, that's not...
That's interesting. Doing their Mario 64 speedrun.
Right.
I'm worried about Doc.
Pretty sure the Doc's gonna be fine.
Guess I may as well follow those gears. So there's your hint on how to progress through this dungeon. You have to follow where they were going. With random encounters happening.
Ah, good old random encounters.
You can try to run, you know.
Well, I know, but...
What's the fun in that?
What's the fun in doing that and then being underleveled for the next boss instead of, doing them all and being overleveled?
I mean, I was just going to say, where's the fun in that when you can just punch the shit out of these sharks by doing Street Fighter 2 turbo combos?
Oh, I guess that works too. I mean, both work, but...
Like, it's pretty clear someone at this point in time working at Square loved the shit out of stuff like SNK and Tekken.
Oh, yeah, no. That is definitely...
Yep, good old 90s random encounters.
There
we go. So...
Got that whole song going up there.
Accuracy down, at least they're not hitting you. Well, you're high enough level, you have inner healing, so... I played a few RPGs that wanted you to memorize fighting game commands in order to attack. Even better, one had a limited number you could equip.
Oh, yeah, god, which... I might have played one that was like the... I'm trying to remember what that one was.
Because I mentioned Valkyrie Profile had like a whole air juggling gimmick. I don't think that was it.
No.
Then there's Final Fantasy VI with Sabin's Blitzes, and by extension 8 was Zell's Limit Breaks.
Yeah, and Lisa specifically also had something similar to that.
Particularly devious one was you had to figure out the type of commands on your own. Oh, figuring it out on your own, yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, your
Double
accuracy
miss.
is tanked. So, keep that in mind.
See if I can get a guided shot on him.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know if that's a 100% chance sort of thing. But
19 damage.
damage is damage!
Yeah, like I said, the effectiveness of using Faye as a magic attacker drops off pretty quickly.
I really don't want to... See, at Spirit, I really don't want to say otherwise. Mostly because that's spoiler territory, but... Just... Oh, I love that I could select enemies for that.
Yeah.
It's
55. That's
unconfirmed whether or not it's connected, but... It's not so much the mislead as it is the game having a lot in common.
Spiritual successors and predecessors. $21.
It's getting slightly higher, but hey, damage is damage.
Alright.
But I'm pretty sure that...
You can try for a sin, right? Or death blow, whatever. There we go.
There we go. Let's say, I'm pretty sure there's like a turn, a tick down on that, yup. A tick down on that.
There we go. Let's see.
Did I just slide down the dune there?
Yeah. Because it technically counts as a weird ledge of sorts.
Fair.
It has a rounded tip.
So I'm hoping that's progression there. I mean, I'm in a different area, so...
How far is Doc gone? And now I've lost sight of those gears, too. Oh! Whoop, whoop, whoop. What's happening?
Also, I do believe my friend here also... you do have a PDF copy of that, right?
I have found a PDF of the perfect works that I have on my computer, yeah.
Yeah, then I'll just break that out. Or get that when after the stream.
Like, it is front-loaded with spoilers, so I'm not going to send it to you immediately, but... Oh, yeah! Someone call XCOM!
Which one? Chimera Squad, or...
Ooh. What the heck is that thing?
Well, about that, I do believe the rights has gone back to Monolith for both Xenogears and Xenosaga. So that actually should be... We may be getting an answer about that soon.
Call the underwater ones and have them show up and most of their guns don't work. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that was a...
Screw you, Terror from the Deep. A different unit? Are they going towards the direction the saucer went?
So I gotta chase after them.
Better follow them as to not lose sight of them. Yep. So, go that way.
Oh, it's got little pips of smoke, too.
Yeah.
Just to remind you, in case you're not paying attention.
These are new enemies.
Oh, look!
These are Av Guards. Members of the military. I do appreciate how they also have, like, goggles and stuff for... And pistols.
Was that one of those little old German, or was it German, or...
It looks sort of like a Mauser.
Yeah, Mauser.
But yeah, I would not be surprised considering the level of technology. But yeah, we are actually fighting Oz soldiers. Rose Saw, that is an MP recovery item.
Nice. Not that it's terribly needed for him, but...
Well, it still recovers 10.
Oh.
Basically just keep going in that same general direction,
Yeah.
I believe.
You
Yeah,
pass
and
this
you're also
giant
running into the
demon.
problem where as it loads a battle encounter, you can't jump.
I also keep forgetting that I can't jump. Or that I can jump.
Yeah, that's, like I said, that's something a lot of people who play this game wish they could forget. There is a particular dungeon you're going to know that absolute terror firsthand.
Oh god.
Yeah. Because having to deal with platforming coupled with PS1 era loading zones is fun.
God, that is so far my favorite.
It's one of my favorites too, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Some of the later ones are still really good, but they really do go pretty
Also,
far in with the detail.
Good freaking god, they dumped the experience.
Yeah, the experience scaling is kind of nuts in this game.
Almost there.
Almost learning Hagan. Just remember to try and match the same general inputs, don't repeat the same combo, yada yada yada.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm mixing up death blows with non... Getting a new PS4 controller. This thing's getting kind of musty. No, I had something spill on the way back.
Sure.
It's like ketchup or something.
Uh-huh.
You giving me that when I'm like, when you know firsthand I don't own a copy of Galgun, but Galgun 2, hell, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Died anyway because you did enough damage. Which is
He-
always
he
hilarious.
Had just enough energy left to just be like,
It's like Rao in Fist of the North Star when he finally loses to Kenshiro.
God, I'm hoping I'm going the right way. It was just gonna be a
Yes,
lost
you are,
words
because
bit.
you got a different screen transition.
Oh.
I think that's the last bit you have to do. Does this desert ever end? It'll be dark soon, so I better hurry up and... This is gonna be one of my favorite cutscenes in a moment.
Oh, what a beautiful day!
Yeah. What's going on here? Gears, a flying saucer, and now these guys.
Everybody's rushing for things.
I hope Doc's alright.
Something tells me Doc's nowhere near this.
Yeah! Sorry about that. Let me just borrow this for a while.
Are you fucking kidding me? Light on... light on the gas.
Way!
Light on the gas, buddy. I know how to...
They just left that guy in the desert. I just want you to realize that. They stole a motorcycle. By the way, there's nothing to say he does or does not have experience riding one. Jacked it off of a soldier and left him in the desert to basically die as the rest of his unit went on without him.
His kill count went from 25 to 26.
And he's just doing wheelies in the middle of the desert. Whoa.
Yup.
That's a hell of a way to go flying.
Are we about to go punch a mech?
Maybe. Here we go. What's up with you guys? Aren't you overreacting a little for just stealing a motorcycle?
Just topple them motherfuckers over.
Oh hey, it's Waltall. Oh hey, this is the cutscene with Waltall's machine gun nipples.
Excuse me?
Okay, there is context to that. Basically, in the Perfect Works, they mentioned that every single gear in the game, even the ones that are explicitly designed for melee, do actually have onboard firearms. This is just the only cutscene you actually see that come up.
Yeah, well, I'm more saying, excuse me, to the machine gun nipples and how heavy arms that sounds. But, yeah, no. Shitan now has a kill count. But, like, the machine guns on a mech thing is not too out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone's seen Gundam.
Well, it's not just machine guns, it's like heavy Vulcans and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, this is the only cutscene where they actually show even the melee-designed gears have internal firearms.
Yeah. It's sort of like how an aircraft carrier has a Sea-Wiz. Nobody knows why they have it. Well, I know why they have a Sea-Wiz. But, you know, people will just question, it's just an aircraft carrier. Just have aircrafts around. I'm like, sir, have you heard of missiles?
Looks like we do not have time to chat.
Also, Abracadabra9K, thank you for the follow.
And here we go. Right back up. Faye, hurry.
So something tells me he got repair parts there.
Hurry and do what? I cannot use Weltall very well. Only you can use its full potential. Hurry up and get on board. Alright. So Faye's about to punch out some goddamn soldiers right about now.
Yeah, hopefully this time it won't result in people getting blown up. Well, okay. Backing that statement, this is the second time he's gotten in a mech since then, but
yes.
It's the first time it's against the mechs since then.
Yes. The first time was against what is basically a giant T-Rex. They call it a dragon, but it's basically a T-Rex.
Oh, right, it's only one attack instead of attack.
Yes, you basically just have one auto attack, so there's no reason not to just hit X over and over again.
Gotcha.
You can do death blows, though, remember. That's what the attack level is, so do... I think because you have Senretsu, you can now do triangle square, and that'll do a new one.
So...
Triangle square. Yeah!
That was like some...
That was literally a Shoryuken.
That was literally a Ryu combo. Sorry, that noise is satisfying sometimes.
Yeah. Level 12. Faye steals a motorbike and then kills a few extra soldiers with a mech for good measure.
No witnesses!
And we are now about to see what is one of the best cutscenes in the entire game. I don't know how, but I beat them.
Sir.
You only took 55 damage.
Sir, people die when they are killed. He gets it.
Wait, what? What the?
I'm sorry, but that was too well timed.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's just this big rock mountain in front of the moon, which is also blood red, no big deal. Remember this guy from back in Lahan?
Yo.
Remember that comment about this game having great side characters?
Yo! Okay, hold the fucking phone for a second. Please tell me that this is the first time we see a design like this for armor. Because this is extremely, like, tactics, advanced and forward-looking stuff.
Like, this is a very interesting character design, and
It's so good.
Not to mention, just look at this guy. He introduces himself by standing on the shoulder of his mech on top of a giant rock spire in front of a full blood moon.
He Master Asia's that shit.
He does.
Who are you? Who? Right. I know you. You killed her.
More foreshadowing.
Ooh.
Her? No. It wasn't. Not me.
Master Asia or the Pillar Man in the JoJo Part 2 intro.
Yeah.
It was you.
It was you.
Something going on here. You're the one from Lahan. Oh, there's that music.
Theme of suspense.
I love how perfect that line is from Shitan. Just, here we go again. My name is Groth, the Seeker of Power. You certainly showed how much power you had back there in Lahan, didn't you, Faye? how much power I had. What are you talking about? A greater power is what I need to fulfill my mission. I sent those gears into that land as a catalyst to awaken the power in you, to make contact with you.
Excuse me, what? Was it...
As a catalyst? You mean you caused that intentionally? That's right. The death of your loved ones. And you're powerless. And you, powerless against it happening. The grief. The screams from your heart born out of the tragedy.
This sounds familiar!
There! That was the catalyst for triggering your power.
God fucking damn it. You quoted this in the goddamn tabletop. Fucking hell. Also, this is a fucking villain! This is a fucking villain!
You mean you attacked my village just to get me in that gear? Why? Why did the villagers have to die? Who cares why? It does not matter how many of them died. They were wretched vermin, only living from day to day without ever fulfilling their prescribed destinies. And have you forgotten? You were the one who destroyed the village. I did not even lift a finger. No, I was just trying to save the village and its people. I never intended to destroy it. Is that really so? Surely you have heard it. It is the very essence of you. The voice of desire from within you that craves destruction.
God, this mocking is so good.
Shut up! Even if that were true, aren't you still the one who caused it? No, it's pretty destroyed to me, kid.
Right?
If you hadn't come, the village wouldn't have suffered the way it did. Ah, so now you resort to blame. I see. That sounds like something you would say. That's good. Your basic nature remains unchanged. You said you need my power? What were you intending to do with it? You know very well. It is to destroy Mother God.
The world is not enough for us! Where do we go then? For God!
Like, just straight up, beginning of the game, this guy lays down the law, I need your power to destroy God.
This dude is so confident in his plan that he's just like, here is my goal. We're gonna kill God, and you're gonna do it.
Yeah, not power, power. Yeah, Grop has a bit of a thing with the word power, if you haven't realized.
Yeah.
You're gonna, and if you haven't realized it now, you're gonna realize it later. We will destroy God. That is our purpose. That is our destiny.
Jesus.
Don't be ridiculous. I won't get involved in such a thing. If you want to destroy your God, or whatever it is you're on about, do it by yourself. You resemble your father. My father? You mean my dad? You know my father? Okay, so real quick, this line, this is technically not incorrect, but the way it is translated from Japanese to English sounds very weird because in Japanese, he uses a more formal address for Faye's dad, and Faye uses a more, like, informal version.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling, like...
So that's sort of why it happens, because there is this thing in Japanese that comes across oddly in English, because there's, like, a certain dialect thing where they will repeat a phrase with a somewhat different meaning word that can otherwise sound very different.
Yeah, then... Like, in my head, even though you were reading this, in my head, the second line on this screen here, like, even feels like he's saying, you know my dad? Like, he's saying that to himself. And then he's back to projecting outwards to, you know...
Which makes sense, because we've seen Faye is not exactly a very self-assured person.
Yeah.
That was the most delightful scream. I was enthralled by it.
Oh, yeah, no.
I already told you about
Joe
that.
told me about that, and like, the more I see these lines, the more I'm just like keeping in my head, one dude, and he did a damn good job.
For what he was given, like, there's still some mistakes, but otherwise it is serviceable at worst.
Yeah, well, it also is. It's thus far it's structured in a way that still feels like it's trying to be as faithful as it can, while also giving a trust to the person reading it, going, you know why this is said this way. If you think otherwise, it might not take much research to figure it out.
Gotcha. Nothing is more beautiful than a scream of death. What did you do to my father? What happened between you two? Do you really wish to know? There's no use in you knowing it now. What? Your power is still beneath that needed for my purposes. You need to gain like 70 more levels, bitch. Come on, step the fuck up.
Right.
Anything unusable must be tried until it becomes suitable.
I hope when the eventual jump away happens, the moon goes with them, so I can make the joke of him having the moon literally taped to the back of his neck. Just like this giant glowing moon wall that he has, that he carries around with him and folds up and stores away in like a compartment. Going, cool, that worked for the effect. I'm gonna keep that for later.
This is actually helped by the fact I think this is one of only 2 or 3 scenes in the entire game where a full blood moon shows up.
Yeah. Like he was down for it the first, and the second time he shows up, he's just like, I think that's a bit of overkill.
Oh hey, we were just talking about Dune last week.
Right.
What will you do, Faye? If you die here, then so be it. You may indeed gain some happiness from not knowing, but surely that is not what you truly want. If you want to know the truth, and that is what you want, isn't it, Faye? Then this is what to do.
Yeah, he's got like a monologue button.
Yeah. Like, this is a game where I'm pretty sure after a certain point, everyone in the party is just like, okay, shit, villain's going on about his bullshit. Who brought sandwiches? Alright, who wants the ham and turkey? Who wants the egg salad? Motherfucker, why did you put pepper jack on this? This wasn't supposed to... Fuck it.
Is that...
Yep, total sentence imposed is 10. To do that, you must destroy others by using your own strength. Then, you will gain all that was lost in exchange for that scream of death. Well, wait, we're not finished talking yet. Unfortunately, I think we are. So, this is our, technically 4th quote-unquote boss fight against the rather originally named Worm with a Y. Looks like the...
Look at this fucking Tsuchinoko over here.
Look at this beer belly ass worm.
A wild butt plug appears. Yeah, right?
So, Worm is a bit of a gimmick boss. It has very high defense and will counter with Slurp, which absorbs fuel.
Right.
The gimmick is you have 2 options here. Either you build up your death blow meter and attack using death blows, which are powerful enough to bypass its high defense, or you blast the fuck out of it with guided shots. Both are entirely viable, but normal attacks are not going to do a damn thing against it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, by the way, Beltel's version of guided shot?
Literally just a Hadouken / Kamehameha.
Just a Kamehameha of big-ass fire energy. It's great.
See, now, my concern is, should at some point I start hitting charge?
I think it will. I think as long as you keep spamming the crap out of guided shot, your damage per turn will outpace the need to restore fuel.
Okay.
It doesn't have a lot of HP to in tandem with the gimmick of having very high defense.
Right. Well, high physical defense.
Yes.
See, for a second there, I thought he was dodging.
Yeah, no.
The animation was...
No, because he's got like a big bladed, weird beak thing.
Yeah.
The enemy designs in this game are kind of wild.
Yeah, they've already gone places.
Like, in a very good way. Like, it kind of reminds me of some of the more out there monster designs in Breath of Fire.
Yeah.
Yep, see? That's all it took. And then it just made a weird noise like someone lit one of those talking Elmo dolls on fire.
Somebody squeezed one of the screaming chickens?
Yeah. Put it We get 1,000 experience points for that. And an eyeball. Yeah, I mentioned before, this game does have, like, selling fodder items. That's one of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically I have 2 now.
You have a full set?
Yep.
Are you alright? Faye! I'm fine. The gear seems to be broken, though. I am so glad that you are unharmed. The gear had only temporary repairs made on it. There you go. They were not made to survive an outright battle like that. Hey? How the hell did you already break it again?
Right.
I mean, I think at this point we can just say that Faye is walking tech bane. He's the kind of guy who turns on a computer, clicks on the wrong thing, suddenly he's got 10 different virus pop-ups and a desktop stripper. Faye, I think we should remain calm. Huh? I think Faye is the most calm he can be, for better or for worse. Faye?
It's about to increase his kill count.
No, I think he's just in one of his low moves again. Like, if you haven't picked up on it, Faye seems to be a little bit of a manic depressive going by his characterization. Yeah, there's Weltall just on top of that thing. So yeah, we basically just got thrown onto a big-ass sand prison ship.
Yep.
By the way, I like that it doesn't actually have wheels. It has like little drills to grind through the sand to make it move. That's a very nice...
Yeah, no, that's
an incredibly good thought for how to make a desert vehicle.
It's like the...
More anime. There's Groff, and there's 2 men we haven't seen.
Let us join together.
It's about how I imagined he would sound.
That is not a bad voice for 98 standards.
No, that is very...
I never thought we'd meet again like this. It must be fate. Ironic.
Sir, that's not what irony means.
But I'll never let you have him.
That's a new person.
What is Vampire Hunter D?
If it kills me.
Well, there's your irony.
Right.
By the way, we have a memory cube there if you want to save. How are you, Faye? Did you sleep well? Huh? Sort of. Sorry I messed up. I was careless. That gear is a top-secret experimental model from Kislev. It was only natural that Ob would also be madly searching for it. Hey? Are you hurt? No, I suppose you could say it's hurt. New music. That man in black spoke of your father's fate. Is that what is wrong? There is that too, but this is actually a somewhat important song. This is a very widely recognized one. Like, we're going to be hearing this at some very specific moments in the game, basically.
Gotcha.
It's the other stuff he said. Faye strikes me as the kind of guy who would unironically watch backyard wrestling.
It's real, I swear!
Oh my god. What happened at Lahan was all planned to get me to ride in that gear, or so he claimed.
My favorite backyard wrestler is Kimbo Slice.
That's got me worried. Yep, we can move, I believe.
Oh, yep. And we're gonna do some save.
Yeah, Faye would probably watch Backyard Wrestling. Shitan, I imagine, would look up, like, edutainment stuff like Vsauce.
Right.
Wonder what the hell Ellie would watch, though. Probably Bon Appetit. To get you to ride in that gear... Doc, before the village was destroyed, I lived without doubting myself. But it's different now. I don't know who I am. I've never felt like this before. Yep, you can keep talking to him. It just takes these little pauses for some weird reason. Well, we cannot do anything as long as we are prisoners, even if we wanted to. Let us rest a little. Maybe it'll sort your feelings out. So you can choose to rest, or you can choose talk more. So we may as well exhaust his dialogue.
Right.
Are you worried about your father?
Get some of that lowered up.
All I know is what the maids in Lahan told me. One night, a strange masked man carried me to Lahan. I was heavily wounded at the time. Yep, so if you didn't see that optional conversation, he just gives you the gist of it.
Right.
In my delirium, I called out for my father. That's all they could tell me about my background. I don't remember anything of my father or my past. So, I guess I'm not really all that sad or lonely. Alright, we can talk to him again. It's weird how it gives you these manual pauses, but I guess if you just want to skip past all this, if you're on a repeat playthrough, it's not bad.
Right.
Doc, why didn't I notice that I had no memories up until now? I think that is the last of his unique dialogue. I think if you hit Let's Talk More, he doesn't even say anything. Yep, he doesn't even say anything, so... let's just... So, good idea continues the plot.
Yep, so that's what we're doing.
It was him. No mistake. That was no coincidence. Could it be that we are approaching the time of the gospel? So, real quick, when he says time of the gospel, I mentioned this before about hiragana in the Japanese version. The alternate reading for the word time in the beginning is reversal of gospel. Yes, the gospel. Oh hey, it's just the God Emperor of mankind chilling out in this big-ass psychedelic painting room. No big deal. We are the people expelled from paradise and forced to live on the cruel surface of the earth. We who fill this land will once again return to the presence of God in paradise and live there eternally. That is the time of the gospel. That time is at hand.
So, sir, you opted for spinning. You opted for spinning painting room and not room with the TVs. This is your choice. It makes me look cool. The other one looks cooler.
Now I just imagine that Emperor here is constantly fiddling with the settings menu each time Saitan isn't here. Like, okay, I just got nope. I just screwed up the anti-aliasing. Oh god, everything looks like it's basically just cross-hatched. Oh god, no. Okay. Anti-occlusion. No. Oh my, no. Draw just. Oh, son of a.
The next time he shows up and everything's just going really fast, he's like, "Look, is this better? Is this worse? It's fine for me."
It's just like a whole fisheye lens.
Yeah. He keeps calling Shitan there to fix them. Yeah, pretty much. Shitan's over there like, "Did you turn it off and on again?" And, "Yes, I did. Did you unplug the battery? You unplug those?"
We the Gazelle. That is our final prayer. I mean, I know people love them some old 98 desktop screensavers, but this is a bit much.
And it's like he wanted to install flying toasters, instead he got flying tornado.
He got a flying tornado of portraits. Our final prayer to escape from that fate that was determined at our genesis.
Some told me that's in some weird kanji too.
Yeah, everything that's got dashes next to it is a hiragana term, basically, so it had an alternate reading in the Japanese script.
Shaitan, how do I get into my email? What icon is email? Good freaking god, that gave me flashbacks to work. Oh, please, no. Let me turn the game down on that a little bit. Good god, that joke. Oh, no. What do you mean, log in?
It's just
it's supposed to log me in for me!
I just imagine that one Facebook post that Vinny also memed, but instead it's like the Emperor's character portrait pasted in. How do I order corn? Order corn.
Yeah. Like he's had the headset the whole time, and every time fucking Fi is there, he's just like, huh? What?
Oh my god, I had so many of those that would always give me anxiety when I worked at Walmart because I could never tell if they were talking to me or talking to someone else until I looked closely and I was just like, oh my god, fucking headset.
They give you this weird dirty look when you're like, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Like they expect you to know. But yeah, no, that was some serious illusions there.
Yeah,
like,
the Xeno
holy
saga,
fuck.
the Xeno series has never been shy of like front-loading a bunch of foreshadowing, but making it so obtuse you never know what it is until a second playthrough.
Also, here comes the Sand Pirates.
Here, more like here comes the ham. And look what we have on top. No mistaking it, that's a new Kislev model. It has to be the stolen gear everyone is after. Look at this precursor to Zeke right here.
Yo.
Whatever the case, there's no way we're gonna let that Chikan guy have it.
You know he's just wearing that eye patch to look cool.
Actually, no, he is genuinely missing an eye.
Oh.
I mean, he would anyway. Let's not kid ourselves. Gunner.
I started wearing this eye patch and then some guy just walked up and stabbed me in the eye. Now I wear it for real.
Turret A, Anton, and Turret B, Belta can initiate their electrometers 20 seconds after opening their hatches.
Also, you can kind of see where the emulation is causing some problems right now.
I don't know if that's emulation.
No, that's definitely emulation. It does that in another game that I have, where like the rip that they did from the PS1 software for PSP does not agree with the PS Vita software.
I see.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of techno speak here at this part.
Turret A, Anton, and Turret B, Belta. Sir, that's not how that works.
Franz. By the way, there's just a dolphin over there. There's just a dolphin with headphones over there.
Connor, why aren't you wearing your mandated midriff? That fucking got me for some reason.
Why aren't you wearing an eye patch too? Depth perception is kind of a requirement. I don't hear anything other than the flowing sound of sand. No suspicious radar activity detected. Marseille.
Ooh, that is definitely not spelled right.
Matria's units are on standby at the catapults. They'll all be able to launch 1 minute after we resurface. Resurface? Good, let's do it.
This motherfucker is like the Edgar of this game.
Funny you say that, because Soraya Saga, who helped Tetsuya Takahashi with this, she was actually responsible for writing damn near everything to do with Edgar and Sabin except for their character classes.
Oh, okay. So she pretty much went, yeah, I want another one of these.
What is happening? What was the alarm all about? Not again. Young master, hold on a second.
If they do a fusion dance, they'll have depth perception! See, now the mandated eye patch joke. That is even more topical suddenly.
Battle stations, everyone. Surface navigations, begin operating the sand pump. Prepare to fire starboard cannons upon surfacing.
Jesus Christ, this is literally Castle Edgar all over again.
Figaro!
Yeah, fucking...
Trim to the right. The wind is strong up there and we may be blown off balance. Jericho, hand the helm over to me.
Sir, my name is Ted.
What is that?
Yo.
There's your sand cruiser.
That's surface breach.
A sand cruiser? It must be those desert pirates.
I like how the animation was actually getting less bouncy as the scene went on.
Yeah.
Like, that's a nice detail.
And there's those cannons.
Oh god, suddenly I want to play Skies of Arcadia.
Alternate firing between A Anton and B Belta. Calculating adjustments. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Switch modes over to salvos after the initial shots. Let's slow them down. Get ready to give them a spanking they won't forget.
God, I'm really wanting to play Skies of Arcadia suddenly.
Young master, please wait. It may just be a requisition ship, not a warship. Let me handle this. Whether it's a warship or not, it's carrying a new gear. Gunner, let him have it. Yeah, that is kind of the Xeon logo on the nose of the...
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I was
Oh.
about to make that comment, but...
Judging by the angle, it seems as if the gun blast has made a hole in the hull. We will probably sink within minutes. A few minutes. Doc! It is locked. Somebody free us! Ah! So we wanna fucking run?
Oh, is this legit timed?
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, so run up to the door, and there is a switch for the... Alright, run up to the wall, and... Give the camera a little...
Oh.
Over there, that panel. Alright, now run down to the west. Just keep going down. Down, 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 down. Alright, forget the treasure chest. It's not worth it. It's like a recovery item. There. There. No, no, no. Forget the treasure. Fuck the treasure.
No, I was close on the door.
Okay. Like, you had plenty of time. You didn't need to bother wasting it.
Fair enough.
Alright, now let's get out of here. And there's some treasures along the catwalks. It's mostly armor upgrades, and it might be worth it, but if you want to ignore it, feel free. I don't know if this part is timed, but if you don't want to chance it because it's your first time, go ahead.
I was worried about the random encounters.
Some of the encounters here are preset, actually.
Oh, so this is probably...
Some are random, some are preset. You are fully healed, so go ham. Also, Shitan automatically leveled up despite the fact he wasn't in your party, so he's now gained a few levels and has 5 AP.
And he also had a new death blow.
I don't think he had a new death blow, but he definitely had the AP.
Oh, oh, oh!
Shoot me once, shame on you. Shoot me twice, shame on me. Shoot me a third. Yeah. I think that only happens once per fight or once every few turns, but yeah, considering this place is going up in blazes, makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's...
So you're going to want to do more non-death blow combos with Shitan because he's got that AP so we can learn more stuff.
Oh. Oh!
Yeah, you couldn't target them until you got rid of the front lines. Now you can.
Well, I was more going oh at the positioning.
Yeah, sometimes enemies jump around like that. Mufu. Renki.
Human enemies, so we get money!
Alright, open that chest. Leather vest. That's new chest armor. So just go up the ladder right there. You have to climb up it.
Oh.
There you go.
Herp dirt.
That was close. Okay, so you are basically in a safe zone. There's no more danger, if any, of getting fucked over by timers.
Yeah, because it's...
So this is a very good point to save.
Absolutely.
I want to say I love this track, but I'm just going to keep saying that for every fucking track in this game.
Right.
Like, it has that quality where clearly Mitsuda or whoever did the mixing knew what they were working with in regards to the sound fonts when they put things together, but it would still probably translate really well to more classical instruments like what you hear in Xenoblades OST.
Yeah.
I mean, considering how much it draws on Mecha series, this would translate beautifully into, like, full orchestration, like some old school stuff.
So, I think...
Triangles X, maybe? Yeah. It shows you the combo paths, which is very appreciated.
Yo, that was cool.
Astral projection with him.
Right?
We gotta get fire from the engine room up here, because I don't think so.
Oh yeah, no, even with like the weird attempt at smoothing the PSP software does, it comes out like
You may want to heal
exceptionally
Faye.
well. Yeah, I see that. Ooh, that's a classic noise.
Yeah, no kidding. 96, which is really twice what Faye can do. Yeah, even if they block, as long as the damage is enough to hit their HP to 0, they just die. People die when they're killed, man.
Right?
We just gotta take care of this guy. That's a healthy amount of experience.
And yeah, this whole rotating camera thing is indeed like a bit odd, even for me. I mean, it feels very in place in this year, but in the 90s, it was probably people just going, "Oh my god!"
Leather hats.
2 leather hats.
Alright, we may as well upgrade our armor, because why not? Enemies aren't hitting too terribly hard, but we have it. And again, we're in a safe zone. So, fencing wear with leather vest.
Yep.
+6. Remember, this is a low numbers game. Stamina ring is just a flat +2, so I think that would be... Yeah.
It's outdone by the...
By the leather hat.
So power ring is remaining.
Yeah, we may as well... Actually, you never checked Shitan's equipment. Accuracy and evasion up. Again, he is sort of like the spiritual predecessor to Dunban.
Interesting. Seeing the graph there, kind of...
Yeah, it actually changes to be proportional. Also, I'm pretty sure Shitan is straight up the fastest character in the game because very few others have agility in the double digits.
Yeah.
Like, his is straight up 13. I think the fastest character behind him has like 11.
I think that's... yes.
Yes, there is a ladder here.
It's a creature comfort in, like, a 2000s to 2020 sort of era, where we now have 2 analog sticks, where this game probably came out at around time where DualShock wasn't really a thing.
I think so, because it doesn't have support.
Yeah. So there was a good chance that this was literally just a solution to a problem that they had a feeling existed, but never really got,
Yeah.
addressed by anybody else.
Like, the whole idea of right stick to turn camera was something that even took a few years into the PlayStation 2 era to become more ubiquitous.
Yeah. You'd think that this game would make more waves.
I mean, it was pretty popular in its day, like nearly everything Squaresoft put out there, but it just sort of got forgotten with time.
Also, I'm going to point out that we're fighting on a ladder, technically.
Yeah, random encounters are very weird like that.
We're having a ladder match.
That would be kind of cool, though, if they actually went with it, and it's just like Faye doing some, like, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan stuff, where he's navigating around the ladder, kicking the shit out of these guys.
They're just kicking downwards at people.
Yeah, or, like, spinning around it like it's a pole. 2 more road stalls.
Yup.
And it was as it was loading the transition,
Yeah.
too. That's even worse, and that's not going to be the last time that might happen.
I'm so glad the game didn't crash from that. There's a couple of RPGs I've played that if you get in an encounter in the middle of transitioning screen, the game just crashes.
No, fortunately, I've never had that happen with this game in my personal experience and all the times I've played it. So yeah, Shitan's just sort of gone. Where'd he go?
What? Quite so much.
Yeah, regen it, so...
Yeah, yeah, like, well, it doesn't necessarily feel like it's purposeful now. I'm sure here in a while I'm gonna feel like jumping is gonna be, well, with the exception of, what was it, Whispering Forest or Black Forest?
Black Moon Forest.
Black Moon Forest, yeah, where the fuck did I get Whispering Forest?
I don't know.
Oh, Chrono Trigger, probably. Yeah, like, Black Moon Forest kind of nudges you a little bit for that.
This exact moment is going to be going to make that a bit more of a thing, and you'll see why. Where'd you go, Doc? Faye, can you hear me? I'm moving the crane towards Weltall's cockpit. Hurry, go up the crane to Weltall. We are going under fast. So this part is also timed.
Oh boy.
I got you, Doc. But when you're done, you hurry up there too, okay? So you see those panels sticking out. Basically, we have to jump on the crane, and we have to alternate between the 2 forks in order to get to Weltall's cockpit, and we do have a time limit.
Hopefully it's walkable.
You can slide off, but it doesn't give you a game over. It just makes you waste time as Faye clambers back on.
Lovely. By the looks of it, I think walking pace.
You have a generous amount of time. You would have to be someone incredibly foolish and utterly lacking in direction to screw that. I screwed this up my first time when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think I did a good job by playing it safe and walking.
Yeah, you have.
If I ran,
this event gives you time to spare.
Yeah.
Here we go again. You and I seem to have a faded relationship. You better not have the soul of my mom inside of you or anything, or that's going to be incredibly awkward.
Yup.
And... God, that sound effects.
Oh yeah, that is a very classic mech sound.
Come on, Doc, over here. Hurry up.
Just steps on the sand. I love that light bend. That light bend was very good.
Yeah, the ripples from, like, powering up the boosters or what have you.
Like, you don't even get that in modern games.
I
got disconnected.
Oops. Are you okay, Doc? Well, Dr. Shitan Uzuki. Feels like you've sacked your saccules and tickled your utricles enough times for one life. Oh, dizzy.
Sir, you know, that's not appreciable language in this here Christian game.
Sorry about that, Doc. I didn't have time to open up the cockpit. So he basically just wrote in the hand.
Yeah, no, that...
Are you really okay, Doc? Faye, I was only joking. Writing in the hand was not so bad.
Just don't squeeze.
I can see what's so good about this top-secret experimental Kislev machine. Yeah, when I started it up, it began doing all kinds of stuff by itself. The environmental response system and weight reduction hovering kicked in straight away. Automatically. Faye, how do you know what that is? Oh, it just said this stuff on the screen. I have no clue what this does. I basically just moved this to punch stuff. It does everything else on its own.
You know, you're probably not that far from being right on that.
I probably am not.
Because that is definitely something that it would do.
Yeah, that is part and parcel with something like this.
Yeah.
Save yourselves, but leave your friends to sink in a sea of sand. Don't you believe in comradeship? Huh? Huh? So, by the way, about that incoming ham...
Right. Oh, look at these pretty gears.
By the way, see that? It has an eye patch.
Oh my god.
There is no reason for it to have an eye patch, but he just put one on it anyway.
Hey, we got any spare steel bands we can put on this thing's head? Yeah, why? I need to give it an eye patch.
It's not very manly of you two to leave your platoon to die while you run away in a gear, you know.
It lowers his response rate.
Wait one moment. We're not OB soldiers. Huh. Can't you make a better plea for your life? You come jumping out of an OB ship and claim that you're not soldiers. Stop trying to fool me. I tell you, it's true. How pathetic are you?
Something tells me we're about to tip him over.
Even if you're the pettiest of soldiers, how's about showing a little spine? And put up a decent fight. Stop it! I'm telling you, I'm no soldier. I don't want to fight. How nauseating. Why don't you stop grumbling, leave the gear, and run away?
Ooh! Homie got the whips and the weapon. Something tells me he's the guy with the whips.
He's got the Belmont special going on.
Right?
For someone who doesn't want to fight, you're quite powerful.
Sir, does your gear happen to be named Epion? Yes? No? Not keen to respond?
I think it's actually... Yeah, it's named Brigandine.
I had a feeling.
I see. An all-environmental model. So that's it, huh? Now I want it even more.
Oh.
Yeah, this is an actual fight. Oh, Brigadier.
That's a cheeky buff. Or cheeky debuff.
Yep. Accuracy and evasion down, which means... Yep, and it actually shows you camera damage.
Yeah.
I think death blows are fairly high accuracy, so don't worry about that.
Special options.
You don't have any of those yet, but those are basically special moves unique to each gear.
Fair enough. So they get to use booster?
Booster is haste, but you lose fuel every turn.
Gotcha. Okay. So...
So he has his own death blows.
That's definitely a playable character if I've ever seen. Now, surely there's a way to stop that from happening.
Nope, you just have to take it.
Lovely. So we keep refreshing the timer on that.
Actually, it stacks.
Well, how about this? Bitch!
Yeah, it stacks, and I believe there is little, if any, time... Oh, that's decent damage, actually. Yeah, you may as well just do that. Fuck it.
Yeah, no. It's definitely gonna happen.
I mean, it makes sense they would give him low ether defense because if he's gonna come in swinging with an accuracy debuff, you may as well.
Yeah.
He's got that Secunda going on. He's played a few SMT games in his day. He knows what's up.
Yup. Beep bop. Beep bop. Beep bop. Boop.
That has an oddly satisfying rhythm to it.
It does. That's why I just started calling Bip Bop for no reason.
Will this do it?
Probably?
There we go. Huh?
More sandworms?
Oh no, this is not good.
Was I right?
In the heat of battle, I go get caught in quicksand.
Oh.
Me of all people. Damn, it's all your fault. Boy, are you gonna get it later, so be darn ready. Why?
And now we're in a cave. Here's the part where we have a heart-to-heart.
I would actually love if a remake of this game came out and they did include heart-to-hearts from Xenoblade.
Right.
All I want you to do is leave the... Hey, you're not an odd soldier. I told you that in my intercom transmission earlier. You're the one who refused to listen to me, right? Sorry, yes, I remember you were saying something like that. I went off half-cocked and thought you were the enemy. Oh,
I'm having to keep reminding myself that he's a pirate and not Kislev.
Yeah. My name's Bart. I'm the pirate that works this territory.
Ah, yes, a man who will fear bartenders.
My name is Faye. I was arrested for no apparent reason. You stole a motorcycle! No apparent reason, my big toe.
No apparent reason to the point of being innocent even though I've stolen 3 things now!
And was nearly going to be sent to a concentration camp until you blew the thing to blazes. Yo, you just went straight to a gulag. Anyway, I'm glad to have been able to survive. I see. Well, I'm glad I at least helped you out a little. But I didn't expect a civilian like you would be riding in a military gear. Besides, this gear's a brand new model. I've never seen this type before. Let's just say that a lot of things have happened. It wasn't like I wanted to pilot it.
Oh, also it's a seed type. What? No. No! No!
Where are we anyway? Looks like we fell into one weird place. I'd never heard of a huge stalactite cave such as this existing under the desert before. What? You don't know anything, do you? Where are you from? The desert only covers around 1,000 sharls of the outer layer of the earth. So yeah, this game has its own systems of measurement.
Which probably loosely matches kilometers.
Yeah, I think it's something like sharls is like 0.08 or 0.09 meters or kilometers or something like that. The stratum underneath that consists of igneous rock. From a sea of trees to a sea of sand, and now a stalactite cave. What's next?
Adventure!
Denuo! What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Never mind. We're in trouble. Look, the hole we fell through disappeared. Better find some other way out. So, you want to call a truce for now? I know a lot about rocks, ever since I found out archaeology involves giant robots.
Pretty much.
At least until we can find an exit and get out of here. Yes, agreed. First, we gotta find the way out of here, so let's get going.
I do believe the save point's probably going to be right here. Oh.
More cutscene. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to dry up and die in the desert. Hey you! I know you're tired, but don't go any further than there. Shut up. You sunk our ship. Don't you forget that. No, you shut up. Just be thankful that you were saved. Excuse me. Is there anyone who is almost dead with no arms and legs or is in need of an abdominal operation?
Sir, are you going for kidneys?
Ma'am.
Ma'am?
No one? Well, that's depressing.
I think she genuinely was going for the kidneys.
You don't know how much this stuff sells for on off-black markets. You don't know what's going on under the dirty streets of Dazil.
You know... Maybe I do.
So your young one has not just been shooting at anything and everything then, Sigrid. Yes, he actually calculated this attack. Or so he says.
Shitan, what the fuck?
As you can see, no one's died this time either. Sigrid, sir, the collection of goods and soldiers from the Ob transport is almost complete. We still can't locate the young master. General Maitreya's platoon will scout around again. Okay, I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. Since I'm part of the unit, I'll also excuse myself. Well, nobody except those guys Faye beat the shit out of. While escaping. No, yeah, those were probably knocked out and died with the rest of the ship. But we
don't talk about them.
Old school RPG rules. No one is dead unless we expressly say they're dead.
They went AWOL before they got on the ship.
They took a nice vacation somewhere down south in the tropics. It's fine.
They were handled by our top men.
So what happened to this young one you call Master? He fell into an underground cave with that other guy in a gear. He's near an old excavation site and he's riding in a gear, so he'll probably be able to come up somehow. No, wait, I see the parachutes. They're okay.
A gear comes by and just grinds them up in their engines. Oh! Oh no! Oh god!
Yeah, if that doesn't work, we'll wait at the meeting point. You seem to trust him a lot.
I'm definitely probably gonna clip this.
Trust him? Yeah, I trust he'll get us in trouble. But I never thought I would meet you here, Hugh. It is not coincidental. It is an inevitable consequence, I assume. Shitan over here going, there are no predetermined deaths. Hyuga, are you saying something is about to happen?
Even everybody's just like, yo, you are holding information from us right now, and you need to spit it out.
Nice pan over as we get our first dungeon in Gears. So, we can now open the menu and actually look at our stats under the gear menu.
Well, I'm going to save first, and we're going to do a quick break.
Yeah, get some drinks.
Yep.
Because we've been talking a while. I'm a little parched. Alright,
So we're going to do a quick BRB.
I'm going to get a
Alrighty, and we're back.
Let's take a quick BRB. So, here we are in our first gear dungeon, which means we can actually look at our gear stats in the menu if we want.
Oh yeah, no, actually I probably should.
Not to mention we have a new party member in Bart.
Which he is lower level than me.
Yeah, because of the way this game's level scaling works,
Right.
which, thank God they at least let the party members scale to a certain level when they join you instead of being a preset level. I think FF7 did the same thing, which makes sense because I told you before, this game is likely in the same engine. So, we have our gear stats here. We have Voltal, who still has the damage from that previous fight, and he also has gear accessories where there's no express armor apart from extra armor and the old circuit, which I believe is a percentile defense boost and also boosts response, which is basically accuracy and evasion rolled into one stat.
Right.
Ether Amp is kind of what it sounds like. It is an amplification of our character's innate ether abilities. So the higher your character's ether stat, the more it will affect the potency of ether abilities used when they're in their gear.
Okay.
Gear option is just the special abilities, which we don't have access to. Get on off is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Although you can also use the shoulder buttons as a shortcut to make everyone get on and off their gears when you're on the map.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Brigadier is a little tankier, has 100 more HP than us, and
Okay.
also seems to have accessories that boost its agility in the desert. I don't know if this cave technically counts as being in the desert still, but I would hope it does.
It is really quiet.
Yeah.
You'd think there'd just be like some but
Yeah, they don't. I guess they didn't put the sound effects in when you're walking around as sprites because they didn't want it to bug the player out.
no, that's perfectly okay. What?
Xenogears is a bit of a weird game.
Holy shit!
So yeah, by the way, remember that Wild Smile move Bart has?
So that's an ether machine.
Yep. They're going for the Xenosaga approach to the dungeon music.
Right.
What Xenosaga music? Oh.
That one.
They really didn't pay Mitsuda enough during episode 1. Defense down.
Oh boy. He need to die.
It even shows you the debuff ratio on the side, 20%. That is incredibly appreciated.
Oh, it's gone, I assume?
No, that's for Bart only, not Faye.
Oh, okay.
You have death blows. Attack level 1.
You got evading. Neither position.
Alright, so triangle square. When you do attack. Shoryuken!
Right.
75 damage. Wow, these things are beefier than I remembered. Actually, wait, I know
Okay,
why.
yeah, I see.
There might be something to that in a bit. For now, just try to power through it. So
Okay,
Bart
so-
has death blows too. So triangle. Chain lift. So now he's at 40% defense down.
Jesus.
Alright, let's see how much guided shot does.
Probably wrecks his shit.
We can only hope.
Also, Kagura is saying the Bart's is here to tell us to not have a cow, man. Yeah, I was kind of avoiding that. It's kind of low-hanging fruit, but at the same time...
Everyone's made that joke.
Yeah.
Everyone's made that fucking joke.
Okay, so Wild Smile is definitely not...
It does stack.
Oh, I probably should have used it then. Good God, this thing is beefy.
Again, there may be a reason for it. We will get into that later. But I am actually kind of surprised we ran into one of the... This is the strongest enemy in this dungeon, and we ran into it first, so that's some LPer's luck right there.
No shit. He is not liking Bart right now.
To be fair, that's kind of in character with the narrative. I'd say You'll see why in a bit. But let's just say Bart has a bit of bad luck.
So what?
Triangle.
It's doing no damage.
The death blow part
itself,
does.
Yeah. Okay.
So same as Worm.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna keep building a meter for him.
At least thanks to the Wild Smile, you're evading his attacks, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna apply that and keep that going, because that needs to... That needs to keep happening.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so... Try this one.
How much health does this thing have? I don't remember it being this beefy.
It's a beefy boy.
This is basically a mid-boss. What the hell?
I hope he's a rare encounter.
He's pretty infrequent as far as I remember, yeah.
Because this bitch is not fun. Especially with that bullshit going on constantly.
I think Bart just has, like, no armor anymore.
He might not.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, just do triangle attacks to save the fuel because your normal attacks aren't going to do any damage. It's only the death blows.
Gotcha.
Let's go for Faye.
I might apply another Wild Smile on him.
Alright. Square. What the hell?
He's not wanting to die.
Just chain whip, do something, come on.
God, this thing is so... What is this thing?
This is not supposed to be this hard. What the shit?
Am I underleveled?
Again, like I said, we'll get into that in a bit. Assuming we survive. Thank God we saved.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, even Kaiger is like, he's flummoxed. Just keep doing death blows. Come on. Come on.
Let's see. Try this way.
Yes, thank God. So all gear-sized enemies have a different pose for when they have low health.
Okay. Oh.
705 experience though.
Also, Kagura, this game is legally owned. Like, I'd say emulation, but I only say emulation purely because, peek behind the curtain here, it's on a PS Vita. So it's legally owned.
Yeah, this is just the fact that, again, I keep saying this, and we'll get into this in a bit.
Like, I bought this game years ago.
So, 690 gold, which is a lot, and extra armor plus 1.
Okay.
Oh, I meant it really A-smart.
Oh.
So, the game doesn't tell you super clearly where to go, but we basically want to hug the rock walls and we'll find a door out of here.
Yeah. Okay, so...
That extra armor is for gears.
Right, so I need to go to gear.
Right, it's basically just a standard defensive armor.
Well, a certain someone... I'm keeping that on there.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually found out on a later playthrough, response up is actually super helpful for certain bosses. So do keep that in mind.
Yeah, yeah. Anything that causes a stat loss that's too dramatic to contrast to something else, I'm never gonna take off. Like, this may never even leave.
Well, there's definitely better response up accessories, so keep that in mind.
Right, okay.
Increases agility in desert, prevents camera damage. There aren't really a ton of enemies that do accuracy debuffs from this point on. Maybe a couple in this dungeon, but I would say keep it on, just to be safe.
Okay, I was gonna put the extra AR on there, extra armor, but yeah. I'll keep it on there.
Yeah. Oh, if we see another one of those, just fucking run.
Yeah, you're...
Hey, Faye, my sensors are responding to something. Okay, so it does actually show you where to go here. There appears to be quite a large cavern on the other side of here. If we can get rid of this rock, but I don't think it's possible. Alright, so just go over to where the camera panned. Hey, this is huge. What can we do with this? I doubt you can break it.
Just punch it until it moves.
Just Chris Redfield this shit, man. Bart would totally be down with that.
Right?
I guess we could try pushing it. Wait, no matter how you look at it...
Is he actually gonna move it?
What the heck are you doing? Hurry up and help!
I mean, it's budging.
Now it's moving.
I'm gonna run out of fuel, though.
Or risk overheating. That is a thing.
Spleesh.
We can get by if we help each other. Fucking treasure chest in the pan over. That always gets me. That always gets me.
It's still better than the shiny object in the scene, but...
The hydromechanic pump for my knee joint is on the verge of breaking down. It's all because of that fall from the ceiling, all by pushing this mega colossal boulder. It won't be funny if my gear malfunctions in a huge cavern like this. Your friends won't come help us? It'd be a waste of time waiting. They probably won't come. But aren't they your friends? We believe in a liberal upbringing. They'll think we can escape by ourselves.
I mean...
I wonder if Doc is okay. Don't worry about the man you were with. I'm sure our guy saved him by now. What is it? You wouldn't have fallen in here if you'd only listened to me. Don't blame it on me. You should have surrendered instead of challenging me. Oh my fucking god. You're seeing the DNA from Zeke that this man passed down.
Yeah.
As a character.
Yeah.
A little bit of Ryan, but mostly Zeke. Don't be ridiculous. You're the one who blindly attacked me. What else was I supposed to do? I thought I might die if I didn't fight you. I was taking it easy on you. Couldn't you tell? You're a little bit dense. Don't lie to me. I know you were serious. What? You want some? Let's have it out. Right here.
For a man who's bitching about the knee actuator...
Nope. Wait, selling it right here comes first. I won't be able to get anything done until we settle this once and for all. I thought you wanted a truce for now? Getting out of here should come first. Once we're out of here, then I'll fight you all you want. Let's hurry up and move out of here. Bart just channeling that one fucking drill tweet. I'm not owned! I'm not owned! I yell as I slowly shrivel up into a corn cob.
Right?
I don't like you very much.
If I can't kick your ass, I don't want to leave.
Damn it, I'll get you when we get out of here.
Yeah, that sounds about right at this point.
Alright, so let's get that treasure chest. Gold nugget.
My boy, you got yourself a gold nugget.
That sells for 2,000 G, I believe.
Oh, geez. So it's literally going the Pokemon route of the nugget.
Yeah, it's selling just stuff. Alright, I think it's through here? If we turn the... Yes.
Also, as a kid, when I did Nugget Bridge, I thought he was literally just handing me a really fancy chicken nugget. Yeah.
To be fair, I think every kid thought that. We didn't know what the hell gold was. We just saw a nugget and we thought, oh, McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm a McDonald's!
Alright.
Oh, okay.
These are far more your pay grade. These are tin Robos, I believe. These are basically your Zakus.
You got a big old bug in them, or are they just piloted by people?
I mean, as in they're basically the weakest mech enemies in the game.
Yeah, they died in very quick order.
Just kicks you in the fucking shin.
Meanwhile, Well Tall's over here doing fucking spin kicks.
Yeah, he's just over here with that old Akuma special.
Oh god, I just realized, Levi's gear is low on fuel.
Yeah, he's about down to half, but that should not be a problem if you just keep beelining the main passage here. Less Saku and more like balls.
Yeah.
Given their like construction, that's true. That's true. Because they have like the crane arms on them.
Give me a second here.
Oh.
Motherfucker. Sorry about that. I had to adjust the mic to get a little bit better on the sound.
Yeah. Anyway, we just keep going straight ahead.
Okay.
The one mildly annoying thing about these passages, though, and there are more than one, is that they're slightly angled, but because this has, like, 8-directional movement, you have to keep course-correcting ever so slightly.
Yeah.
It's, like, it's not a big issue, but it's just, like, mildly annoying.
Oh, I thought an encounter was about to happen.
Yeah, that's always a worry. So, we just head straight ahead here, I believe. There's a couple branching paths, but we don't need to worry about them. Alright, we gonna get new enemies? Nope, more tin robots.
Thank God!
So since you're worried about fuel, I'm actually gonna let you in on a little secret I don't know if the game tells you. If you have an attack level built up and you go to charge, you restore more fuel that way.
Oh.
At 0, it restores 30 fuel. At attack level 1, it restores 50.
So in short, I hit charge, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
And charge is also basically your defend command.
Okay. So he's good to go. So, up. I like how they just fall over, explode, and evaporate.
I mean, that's basically par for the course for any Super Robot series.
I'm gonna do a quick charge.
Alright, maybe do a death blow here to just end it immediately.
Yeah. So, whoop.
Nope, you're supposed to hit triangle to set it up.
Whoops.
Because the way it works is that each attack level is a certain button, so level 1 gear death blows are always triangle, level 2 are square, and level 3 are X.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's basically very simple auto combos.
Gotcha.
We're getting a lot of experience here, though.
Yeah, no shit.
And a lot of money.
And a lot of extra armor.
Yeah, that's why I said don't worry if you didn't hunker down and grind, because...
Hi.
Yeah. This guy's friendly. Of Excavation Site 8, Gear Number 3. Tell current situation or surrounding area info. There is a barrier wall in the southeast of terraced stones that was built to stop the shifting of sand. Until the barrier reopens, please assemble at the shelter located to the east of the barrier wall. What's with this gear? It's well maintained for a gear just left lying around like this. And it seems to be automatic.
It's probably an excavation site drone.
Alright. Sand sensors have detected an abnormal amount of sand. The sand barrier south of terraced stones has been sealed to prevent sand from entering excavation site.
Yeah.
Alright. So we want to go past that guy.
So keep going south.
Don't worry, we will have time to come back here and explore, but...
Sand detected. Really?
Who'd have thought someone would be living in a place like this? Let's check it out.
Wow, that's really weird that somebody's living here. Let's have a look.
I mean, like any good RPG, you just barge right in, you smash their pots to see if they have any seeds of defense, you raid their cabinet and take the cypress stick they happen to have in there for some reason.
Sir, what do you got a stick? I don't know, I was using it to cook marshmallows.
Alright, so we want to go over to where that chimney was.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, it's hard to miss because there's the big memory cube.
My favorite save spot.
That's just something I never think about until now, is the fact that the save points in this game actually have names. They're called memory cubes. Like, I think in Chrono Cross they were also called Records of Fate, but those are the only 2 games I know of where the save points had a name to them.
I played a couple that had... I do believe Tales of Symphonia also has something, and it's called like a memory seal or something.
Might be. I think in Vesperia they were just called save points.
Yeah. Like, occasionally they add some flavor text and make it feel like... Please be something easy. Okay.
Okay, more Tin Robos, thank God. Just more Goombas to stomp.
Right? I love that noise.
Like, the mech noises in this game are incredibly satisfying, and I love it. Like, they just look at Sunrise and go, you know what? We're going to do our own shit with that.
Whoa, look at that boy! He just did a little...
You got it, jukes! You got jukes!
A little bit of divvy.
Sir? Sir? This is why you don't drop your combos. This is why you need to dedicate yourself to the lab.
Excuse me, but did they hire Darkside Phil?
I think this is also the only enemy type in the game that actively has an attack that damages itself.
That is... Wait, that was damage on itself.
Yeah, it botched and it didn't damage you. It did 37 damage to itself.
So it literally tried to do a command grab or something
And it
just,
botched.
like, whiffed.
Yep, it botched and it hurt itself.
Oh my god. I'm definitely clipping that one. Hold up. That's at the 250 mark. Okay.
Oh. Alright, I think
we have to
I think you can click on it just walk up and press X.
Oh, I was just gonna hop out, but...
Yeah. I mean, I think this one actually lets you just do that, so... Yeah, it just puts you out
Nice.
automatically. Very nice little quality of life thing.
No joke.
Look at the detail to this little rock hut, by the way. There's someone living in this place. It's been a while. I thought I could hear the sound of gears. I assume they are yours?
Questions, but I'm gonna wait, because I've noticed a very good trend with this game that they don't leave questions unanswered for very long. Usually.
My question is, why the hell does he have the same facial features as Jigen from Lupin?
Right.
Well, anyways, come back on in here and make yourself at home.
I feel like he'd also be voiced by Christopher Lee.
Probably.
Well, anyway, come back in here and make yourself at home. It's a horrible Christopher Lee impression, but you get the point.
Better than mine. Better than mine. I'm way too nasally for that.
Right. No offense.
Not taken. I'm the one who said it. Whoa, it's human Yota!
What you get when you cross a cog with a gear?
It's been a long time since my last visitor. What happened? Did you fall from the surface? I guess that's it. I see. That's too bad. Like, very nonchalant about this.
Yeah, he was just kind of like,
It happens. Just two dudes fighting shirtless in the desert. It happens from time to time.
You know, like, how casual he is about this, I feel like that we're not his first visitors, and that joke may be a little more a thing than we are led on to believe.
But the legs seem to be playing up a bit. You mean you can tell what's wrong just by the sound of its footsteps? It's easy to know what's wrong with gears by the sound they make.
I mean, they are mechanical.
That's true. My guess is that one of them needs a new hydromechanic pump from its joints. That's a bit specific. It's making a nasty sound. It must be hard to walk with, too.
Is that you, Stig?
Oh, by the way, the name's Balthazar. But you can call me Old Man Bal.
Excuse me! Balthazar? Okay. We rolling.
Oh, yeah? So looks like we got a real fanatic here, huh? Old Man Ballsack.
Old Man Ballsack. I will never get over the fact that that's a Guts or Berserk character.
What's an old man like you doing at a place like this? Also, you happen to know anyone who sells swords at like a fair over on the mainland? I have no idea what you're talking about, young man. Okay, just had to ask.
Oh!
I guess you can call me a fossicker, or a collector of things. Why does collector of things have to be in quotes? Sir? Sir?
Sir, we have a term for that here in 2020. It's called hoarder!
There is much to be found laying around the stalactite cavern.
You know, if it wasn't a... I do know of Berserk. I haven't actually gone full into it because I'm waiting for a series to come out that's good, but I might just say fuck it and do a manga.
A collector, huh? Sounds interesting. The things on this shelf, are they some of the stuff you found? That's a weirdly roundabout way to render that line, but okay. It still works.
Yeah, I'm like reading this and trying to I think it might have just been like done like that for text box capacity.
The last time someone asked about Balthazar, they burst out of my pantry and claimed they were from the future.
Right?
And then they stole my cake, too. They just walked up and ate my only slice of strawberry shortcake.
They brought me this red stone! Yeah, what year is it?
You mean the fossils? They're one of the things I collect. Feel free to have a look at them.
I'm still, like, several questions about this guy.
Around here, you can dig up ancient machines along with human and animal fossils.
Sir, you need to turn those into blathers.
Seriously, you only get like 4 to 6 of those a day. You gotta turn them in. It's like one of the easiest parts of the museum to just max out if you keep doing it every day.
So you get until you're down to the last one.
Yeah, then you go like 5 days of just full days worth of fossils, and he's just like, oh, these are fascinating. I'd buy these off you for my own collection, but I must exercise restraint. No, please give me the bells. Just give me the bells right here, man.
But we digress.
Notice anything in particular on these shelves? They go from oldest on the left to newest on the right.
Oh, those are all different models.
Slightly different, yes. Are you an archaeologist or something, old man?
He found the missing link.
I don't quite see what you're talking about. They just look like a bunch of old bones to me. Hey, what do you think?
Please tell me he's going to be an archaeologist savant.
Let me see. First, there are no human bones up to here. Then from here on over to the right, something is slightly different, I guess? Yes, from a certain point in time, human fossils suddenly no longer appear. That point is roughly 10,000 years ago. What does that mean? Don't ask me. I don't know for sure.
Bullshit!
But my guess is there were no humans on this planet before then. At least it appears so. How could that be? What about all that talk about evolution?
Dude's full of shit. He knows something.
You mean the theory of evolution as taught by the ethos, right? You can't trust that. Rather, I believe in the old legends and myths. Well, isn't this just turning shit on its head?
Next, you're going to tell me the Earth is flat. I mean, technically, he's not wrong, because for all we know, we're on a different planet.
Yeah, also PS1 graphics, it technically is a flat plane, but... Legends? Myths? Haven't you heard of this story?
Oh, there's that theme.
Mm-hmm. They say that humans and God lived together in a paradise in the sky. With God's protection, there was no fear of death, and natural disasters were entirely unknown. Then one day, the humans ate a forbidden fruit which gave them incredible wisdom. But God drove mankind from the paradise for their sin. Bitter at having been driven out of paradise, humans used the wisdom they had gained to make giants. With these giants, they planned to challenge God himself. but God poured his wrath down on them. All who defied God were destroyed, but God himself did not escape unharmed. Taking paradise with him, the wounded god buried himself deep beneath the ocean to sleep for eons.
Yeah, this song, like, even before this, was pretty... You're getting told lore sounding.
Before going to sleep, God used his remaining power to create right-hearted humans to live on this planet. These people are said to be our ancestors.
It's always some old fuck named Balthazar!
Well, anyway, I'll stop my rambling now. And the song just slowly fades out.
I'm trying to remember. It wasn't... like, Balthazar is a biblical name,
Yes, it
right?
is. It is attributed to be the name of one of the three wise men who
Okay.
oversaw Jesus when he was born.
Right.
We do want to talk to him again, by the way. We don't want to just leave.
Ooh. Thank you. Old habits.
By the way, does this cave have an exit? There is an exit in the excavation site beyond the sand barrier. You can't get outside through there. Or you can get outside through there. Sand barrier? You mean that huge wall you can see from your entrance? Yes, that's it. On the other side is an old excavation site. No, I was going to ask if it had cable.
I gotta watch my soaps, yo!
I'm bored. You know how much it costs for a TV package that lets you get channels from Keys Club these days?
Right.
DirecTV is full of shit.
We have to point the satellite there, and if Ethos is having a good day, like there's no clouds or anything, and then like you gotta just like, you know, point it real right. You gotta get like 3 different kinds of compasses. One of them I think is kind of pointless because it always just points up.
We're lucky we live in the desert. You live over there, you get a rainstorm, you're just totally screwed.
Gust of wind comes by, the power goes out.
They built that wall when Ob was excavating here to keep sand from falling in from above. But they stopped work here. They've stopped work there now. So, how do we open such a huge thing like that? Backtracking! If it's a wall, you can probably break it down.
Yeah, I saw the object, but I was like, yeah, that's gonna be something important.
Hold your horses there, youngins. Sometimes God gets angry and blocks out your reception.
It's a satellite TV in a nutshell.
No kidding. No matter how good a gear you have, you'll never break that wall down. It's much too strong. So let's make a deal. Deal? The wall was closed due to the reaction of the sand sensors. Thanks to that, now I can't get through to the other side either. Maybe it happened when you two fell in here. You boys fighting up there or something?
Yes.
You seem to be able to tell everything. Anyway, so what can we do about it?
I seem to be able to tell everything because it's right here in the script.
I'm not going to show you a page of it, though. My script. It's very simple. You just have to turn off the sand sensor switches. Doing that will keep the barrier from closing again. While you two are doing that, I'll open it up. Right, got it. The sensors are in 2 places. You should see their flashing red lights. Well, good luck then. Let's go, Bart. Oh, before you go, I can share some parts and fuel with you. Just talk to me whenever you need something, right? Thanks, old man. Well, we'll go finish our part of the deal then. Who the hell made a barrier that shuts down when it detects sands in the desert? I mean, to be fair, you're basically... That's like the same as an avalanche, but sand.
Yeah. I mean...
Talk to him again.
Wow. Right.
Don't, because remember, he is basically... Now hurry up and shut off the sand sensors, or do you have something else you want to ask? You can ask for general locations of the sensors, but we want to ask about parts. Which do you want? For gear use. So, this is our first gear upgrade shop, because gears don't level up. So, we have a few options here. Tune up, We use the shoulder buttons to switch between gears.
Yeah.
Fuel is basically a full heal. You restore your fuel and HP. The cost scales with how low you are.
I did do it right. Okay.
There you go. All right, so we have our upgrades in order: engine, frame, and armor. Engine affects the gear's base attack power as well as their fuel capacity. And also, whenever you choose to replace a part, whatever you had installed is automatically sold in the transaction to make up the difference.
I believe don't quote me on this, but I believe the accessories working with the gears as well is probably just a coding related thing.
It might
it was
be because
just too much
to make it separate.
Make it separate for a system that had so much RAM.
Yeah. So there are some accessories you can equip, such as ones that boost the character's ether attack, that do influence how you operate the gear. There's only a few of them to my knowledge, but they can be helpful in making a bit of a difference. So you have to select it if you want to replace it. Next is frame, which is basically your HP, and then last is armor, which is self-explanatory.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not like buying something that I don't need.
Yeah, no. All of these are straight up upgrades.
Even the engine? Because the engine only gives...
G4 is G6. Basically,
Oh.
take the number in the engine name and multiply it by 10, and that's how much the attack power boost is. So G4 is 40 attack, G6 is 60 attack.
Okay. And that is like such a small difference that I was like,
Yeah, it doesn't actually really show you, unfortunately, how much of an attack boost it is. Also, the last four numbers are the fuel capacity.
So as long as it's a incremental change in the name, it should be...
Yes. Frame is HP, which is definitely helpful.
Excuse me?
Heimdall use. Once more, foreshadowing. Brigadier use. So you have frames specifically for each gear.
So I guess since I have the money, I probably could just
Yeah,
save
you're really better off just going with the higher shelf upgrades anytime you can afford it.
Yeah. We do armor.
And then armor is base defense. MS3 is 30 defense, so MS6 is armor value 60.
Yeah, pass it right there. So now tune up. You're already good on the engine.
Alright, Brigandine 2700, so yeah. You're also noticing a little bit of how, like, they do kind of inform these little skews in each character's gears stats with, like, the frames and stuff. Like, Brigadier has a bit more HP going for it than Weltall does. It's a bit tankier.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, you should also fuel, because changing the engines and the frame does not also automatically bump up the HP and fuel values. So you want to be mindful of that.
I noticed that when I saw the number move, but not the value.
Yeah.
It got kind of clearer. Okay.
And buy and sell is basically just buy parts and weapons. There's no weapons here, but there are, and there are just extra armor, so it's not really worth looking into.
So let's...
We don't really have much we want to sell except those baseline extra armors. It gets us an extra 36, so we may as well.
Penny pinch that shit.
So that is a... So yeah, this is what I meant about fighting the Mayfly, because we were basically coming up on a point where we would be upgrading, so we're probably going to have a decently better time of fighting enemies from here on.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure we can figure out where the stuff is just by trial and error.
Yeah, this is not a particularly large dungeon, but the areas are very open-ended, so it can be kind of easy to get turned around.
Right. Which, boy howdy, has that happened before already.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially when some areas kind of look the same.
This one seems a little more cut and dry, so...
Yeah. Because we've basically seen all the areas there are to see, apart from what may be beyond the sand barrier.
Right. Okay, so...
So we do want to actually explore this place a little more, because there is another exit we can go through, and that'll get us to the sand sensor we saw when we fell in.
Okay.
So there's the barrier over there. It's that big wall. Yeah. Also, remember, platforming is a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse that some of the dungeons in this game don't have actual music. They just have ambient noise like this.
I mean, it's kind of nice.
And I guess to be fair, there are some complaints that if you go overboard with dungeon music that's too bombastic and it's a place you get lost in, it just gets annoying.
No, or it feels more like the dungeon's just there just to be there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's compare some. Ooh, that's big boy numbers now.
Yeah. Also, notice that Faye's power output is 60, but Bart's is 58. There's some slight scaling on the power output for gears that use weapons to encourage constantly upgrading them.
Okay. So, go. I love that it just gets up, scoots forward, and just goes, yep, nope.
Yep. I'm okay. I can pull it together. I can. Oh, no. And Bart got a level up.
More extra armor.
Yep. And we're making back some of that money we spent pretty easily here.
Yeah, because those are, for whatever reason, considered human enemies.
Well, they have to be piloted.
Am I thinking the right way?
Yes, you are.
I'm going to stop sprinting because I just saw I nearly fell off the edge there.
Yeah. Alright, and these are the other enemies, Medusoids.
That's cool. There's giant jellyfish.
Yep.
Not a lot of HP, but that's to be expected. They're probably glass cannons.
Yeah, the gimmick with these ones is that they're incredibly evasive, and if you give them enough time where they stay alive, they will charge up and become stronger.
Ooh.
Hagan!
Finally!
Yep, there's your third death blow. Which means Faye can now use level 2 gear death blows, I believe.
So that's under...
That's under stats.
Stats.
Skills? Yep. Square X.
Now, does that show us the same for, Weltall when I use Death Blow, or is that slightly different?
It basically unlocks the death blow for Weltall. What you want to do is build up to attack level 2, which means doing 2 normal auto attacks, and then do square and triangle, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of enemy variety in this very early dungeon, so...
You know, there's just enough for it to not be like wolves every day.
Yeah. And this game is also very good about not including palette swaps or model swaps too often.
Yeah.
So you do get a decent amount of variety. Whoa, hello.
He got big boy points.
Yeah, he did. Although I think just like Gears, human characters who use weapons also don't get stat ups to attack too frequently, again, to encourage you to keep upgrading them. But this is also working on like Chrono Trigger rules where you get enough money versus how everything is priced that you don't have to worry about it. By the way, new enemy. This is a fix bot.
Yeah, that's why I was like, huh, you're new.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
And he's done.
So the gimmick with those guys is every so often they will actually heal you or restore your fuel a small amount if you just dick around in battle.
You tell me that after they're dead.
They show up very rarely here and in one other dungeon, I believe.
Okay. So they're literally there for, you've been here for a while.
Yeah, they're basically here as like a little bit of a, I guess as a bit of a mercy since this and the other dungeon are like the first ones where you're in your gears. And gear combat is a battle of attrition. It's doing what you can with your resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned about the charging. And I believe the idle stance is even slightly different.
They're a lot stiffer suddenly.
Yeah, gear dungeons are also very good for grinding because as long as you can afford the parts, you don't have to worry too much about running up against enemies that are above your pay grade.
Yeah.
Which makes it very easy to just sit around and earn tons of experience and money.
Do you believe this is where I need to go?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh no!
So, gear versus a little itty-bitty squishy human. You want to see how that plays out? Let's just do triangle. Let's have a little mercy. Well, he's just a great big red stain on the cave floor.
Oh no! Oh no 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 no! Oh my god! I wonder what the other one looks like. Oh! Oh!
Yeah. It goes as well as you'd expect. It goes as well as you'd expect. Also, zero damage is a thing if you have your armor high enough, which is fantastic.
Oh no! He steps on him too. That's horrible.
That's amazing. Do we want to use our death blow on the giant? Nope. Oh, I love that.
That's like that old-ass PC game Amok levels of ouch.
So let's see what our new death blow is. Square and triangle?
Thank you for stopping by, Bato. Hopefully you had a good Savage run. So square and triangle?
Square triangle.
Yo!
Just a bicycle kick.
You didn't get your clear in there?
This game,
Oh,
this
I'm
game,
so sorry.
this game rules, man.
Oh god.
And I still love that it's not experience to next level in the result screen, it's total experience.
Yeah.
Like, that just does some pleasant things for my lizard brain.
Right. Big number go higher. But
Yes.
you at least get the number goes higher here.
Just right there in the screen, that's great.
Yeah, rent to me in tomorrow or by DM. Because that's... You're making me want to suddenly do Savage raids.
Oh, please don't. Please spare yourself. Please just...
I
You
actually
have friends. You have people who love you. We can talk you through this. We can negotiate this.
I used to do Savage, by the way.
Great Hall Sand Sensor. Disengaged.
This is the one near the entrance.
Yes.
Because I saw that little
Yeah.
bit right there.
Yeah. It's all connected. So there's the first one.
See, what I really wish you could do is pull some parts out of those things and get some salvage going, you know?
That would actually be nice if this was like if this had more modern game stuff, or again, the tantalizing what if, or if this game gets a modern remake where you could, like, you know, have a whole thing where if you're just playing it for a little bit at a time, you just send out some people to investigate ruins and
That's
you get
a
like
wall.
Yeah, that is a wall. That's a fantastic discovery you've made. You have enlightened all of us here today.
I've wasted everyone's time.
You're a scholar of our era. Balthazar is in awe of your archaeological prowess.
Rest well, Bato.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, like an idle mode where when you shut the game off, people do like excavation, and when you turn the game on, you get new stuff and maybe a bit of money. That would be a fantastic ad.
Well, if they redid this, they would probably port it to the Xenoblade engine and have it work a little bit more like that, like they did with Xenoblade X. Because it was very clear they wanted to do that, but they didn't have the rights at the time.
As much as I know that probably would be the realistic case, there's still a part of me that wants them to keep it
pure,
actiony turn-based combat. Yeah, keep it pure. Keep it faithful.
That's a level up for both of them.
Only HP for Bart to make up for that super good one he got before. Because it seems like the stats in this game have a habit of evening out a little. Oof, that was a car.
Beep bap.
So don't worry about the fact that it's random, because I don't think I've ever done a single run, and I've played this game many times, where you get fucked over so hard by the stat gains on level up that it actually fucks you over. This is not the kind of game where that happens.
Yeah, it seems to compensate for, like, low draws and stuff.
It does. You have a lot of runs where when you get to, like, mid to late game, you notice your stats look very similar, despite the random elements.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that the next one is in this room.
Do you want me to just say outright?
No.
Okay.
Not
There
yet.
is something in here, though, because there are side paths. We can just drop down from here.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I think we can, at least. Maybe we have to be closer to an actual platform. Oh!
Big steppy.
He wound up for that one.
Ooh!
Like he put a little bit of chutzpah in that one. Faye's kind of a dick, but he's a dick in a way I would be too if I was in the giant robot.
Sir, how do you miss a giant robot with a gun?
I think the better question is, why do you think a gun would work against a maneuverable, all-environmental robot with armor plating?
Oh, that's a big steppy too.
Oh, but it missed, yeah, because
That's more understandable.
because the bigger wind-up attacks are way powerful, but because they're overkill, they're more likely to miss. Which is a weird but appreciated detail.
Homeboy doing the dodge damage today.
He's looking at this like he's doing Evo Moment 37.
Little twinkle toes over here. Oh, never mind.
This ain't a footsies game. This is corner combo turf.
I like that it does just a red splash there. That's like, ooh, he got minced.
Well, that's more the hit effects than anything. That's just coincidence.
It's still funny.
It is. So let's see. Can we go down? I don't think we can, which is weird. I guess it makes sense because then if you fell off, you'd have to go all the way back. So it's a weird mercy of sorts.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm just gonna backtrack weirdly anyways.
Yeah. Plus, more encounters means potentially earning back the money that we spent upgrading these bad
Which
boys.
wasn't that much, but, you know...
But we're still making a surprising amount around here. Like, this part of the game is a very good money grinding spot.
Yeah, no.
Because we jumped up from getting like 200-ish per encounter to like 600.
Yeah, I like how he just pops out of existence for a moment there. I thought he killed himself.
They can actually do that. And I know that because a bit of a trick that I used as a kid to try and deathblow grind is if you have one character in a gear and the other one or two on foot, the enemy AI will always 100% of the time prioritize the character in their mech. So they will just completely ignore the human enemies.
That's cheeky.
Which means that I was basically free to just sit there and cherry tap the enemy to death in order to learn death blows. Which is what I did as a kid.
Okay, so I assume this is... Yeah, this is just below where we were.
Yeah, there's more side paths here that we ignored because
Yeah.
I didn't want us to run into another Mayfly. Yeah.
Case in point.
So now we have upgrades, so let's see the difference it makes. There's that scaling.
Much better. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe I just got really bad RNG.
You did. You genuinely did.
And like, I had to spend the next 10 minutes on that fight.
Like, this is why anytime the game gives you the option to upgrade your gears, take it.
Yeah.
Let's do Chain Whip. Because Bart only knows one death blow as a character, so he only has one cube death blow, unfortunately.
Does big damage, too. That insect controlling that mech, though, that's like...
That's an interesting detail, and I'm fascinated that they thought of that.
Square
triangle.
Big boy damage.
Yeah. Much better. Much better. Cannot emphasize enough the importance of... Oh, it dropped an eyeball.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Whose eyeball?
Good question. But yeah, that alone emphasizes just how important it is to keep these things upgraded at all times. Keep them top of the line.
And here's that platforming.
Get them fresh RTX upgrades in there.
Did I do it?
Yep.
Yes!
And there's a treasure chest up there. So there's our second and final sensor.
Okay.
But we might want to get that chest.
Dude, you don't even have to tell me. Like, I was going for that regardless. I was just gonna...
Iron G-Whip.
Yes. Now I can make the Epion joke.
So, go into gear. So any weapon name that has a G in it is almost universally a gear weapon.
Right.
Equip?
Equip, right.
Leather Whip. 6 points of attack. So now he's up to 64.
Yeah, boy!
Which means he is going to be hitting just a bit harder than Faye is.
Just a smidge. Well, I'm not missing anything if I just call it here, right?
Not really. This is all there is. Just that whip and the sand sensor. So you can just get the hell out of Dodge.
Nice. So that was a very efficient and clean run there.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it.
Yeah, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can get turned around. You can get kind of lost. It's a very open-ended dungeon that some people would say doesn't even need to be.
No, yeah, no. I'm gonna hit the save point, and we'll call it here after this scene.
Yeah. This one is gonna go on for a bit, though, but...
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Oh, good timing. I was just about to open up the sand barrier now. There we go. Had to start up a little bit. And you can even see like little gridded parts on the side for where it goes down.
Oh, yeah, sure enough.
Well done, old man.
You done did the thing.
Our deal is done. Hey, old man, there's one thing I want to ask you. What is it? I've heard somewhere on this planet is a gear far superior to all others. I've heard it was called the God Gear and was made in ancient times but hidden away somewhere. Do you know anything about it? A man-made god created with the wisdom of God. Such a gear would have the power of 1,000 gears. In a wave of its arm, it could destroy whole cities. Its battle cries with thunder in the heavens. You must be speaking of the Omni Gear.
Omni Gear.
You know of it? Then perhaps it was what you were speaking about in that tale you told us of, the battle with God. Goodness gracious, you too, boy. Those stories were made to inspire man's soul, but they're just legends. They don't really exist.
Did he?
Anyway, allow me to have a look at your gears.
Was he not just...
It'll only take a little while, so wait here, please.
Was he not just going on about how that's a thing? And then he's like, yeah, shut up, man. It's a kid's tale.
I guess he was just saying he's more likely to believe them than evolution, but apparently he doesn't put much stock in evolution if he still thinks the legends are just, it's just fun stuff.
Right. Yeah, fuck your eyebrows, dude.
Jesus Christ, man. No kidding. Get yourself a mirror down here. Hey, Bart, do you think the gear in that story is buried in the ground somewhere? I think that's what I've heard.
Perhaps you might be piloting that gear.
Could one of the gears we're using possibly be it? Yeah, right. What are the chances of that happening? Huh? The gears that are excavated lately are usually only a few hundred years old. Nowhere near as old as the gear in that legend would be. Then why were they in the ground? I don't know. There are no records. Except what? There must be some truth in the tales that they were buried after a great war. The bullet wounds covering most of the gear's armor would appear to confirm that. You mean that there are no records from the last several hundred years? How about before that?
Can't help but hum even harder.
None from either period. The ethos controls all the records from that time period. Maybe they have some very ancient records, too. All we know about our history is from the little pieces that we find for ourselves. Anyway, Faye, what do you make of the old man? What do you mean? Why would such an old man live all alone in this abandoned cave? I don't know. Probably digging for ancient gears or something. Right, so you think so too. Hey, I just said that as a joke. Don't take all that stuff seriously. They're only legends, you know?
That's two people. I'm waiting for him to be like, that's two people to tell me this shit. Perhaps the both of you are fucking wrong.
No, that old man is up to something.
Yeah.
This can't be. Huh?
Guess what?
What's wrong, old man? Is this your gear? Well, sort of. Where did you get it? I'm just borrowing it. This is the host for the spirit of the Slayer of God. Wait a moment. What did you just say? Nothing. I didn't say anything. No, I heard you. You said Slayer of God.
It's like a death metal band.
That's what you said, isn't it, old man? Your gears are fixed. You have no more business here. This is a bad time for me. Be on your way. Be on our way. Listen here, old man. And he just fucking kicks you out. So, by the way, after that cutscene, you are actually fully refueled and healed.
I mean, maintenance.
Yeah. Well, also it counts as an in-rest, so your party's back up to snuff. So,
Right.
that is a very good point to save.
Yeah.
That is a very good point to save.
Something tells me things are about to go a little south as soon as we walk.
Whoa.
So yeah, with that, we're definitely going to conclude it here because something tells me the moment I walk out of that doorway,
Boss
I'm going
time.
to be locked into a scene. So we're definitely going to call it here. And thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming. And thank you once again, Abracadabra9K, for following me. Hope y'all have a good night.